3:05 at my house this morning. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Started about 3:05. Yep. Watched every play. Just a terrific football game. There are so many sidebars to this as we go through it for both last night, for the future of college football, for that matter. But first and foremost, the back and forth battle that, man, I thought Indiana had landed the knockout twice in the fourth quarter or in the second half, and twice Miami answered with scores to get back within 3. It was a terrific football game. It was an awesome atmosphere. It seemed like it was pro Miami, but there was a bunch of Indiana fans, so it wasn't overwhelming from that standpoint. But you couldn't ask much more from a season finale. But the biggest story here, and it's the one that should be magnified. I spent the 20-minute drive in grinding. E.T., good morning, friend.
Shot past
You
six.
say you were up to the very end.
Yeah, I watched the very last pass.
What time did it end? A little like 11:30ish, maybe 11.
I feel like I didn't look at the clock, but it felt like it was like 11:30.
Not terrible.
No,
I
it
mean,
wasn't too bad.
you could have taken that, that path for sure. So spending 20 minutes driving in, grinding my gears, understanding I'm a sports sociopath. I've literally made a living out of being a sports fan. It's the biggest, most impressive, most emphatic, most outlandish, most unexpected rags to riches story for a team, a program, a franchise in any sport in my lifetime. What Indiana has done, what Curt Cignetti has done, is as impressive as Nick Saban's stranglehold on the industry, as impressive as Kirby Smart's rise to dominance, as impressive as any era in college football. In and of itself, this title and what it represents is the biggest, most preposterous rags to riches story in sports history. Indiana was the losingest program in all of college football. Not among, not one of the capital T. No football tradition or honor. None. N-U-N. Not a glimpse, not a blip, not a Cinderella story or season buried deep in the media guide. Nothing. Pitiful. And Curt Cignetti rode into town just begging people to Google him, told him why not Indiana football, and said, watch us. And we have watched. And Indiana, from homecoming opponent to national champion in 2 years. Curt Cignetti, reason one. And the fact that the Heisman Trophy winner is there is evident by just one simple thing. Fernando Mendoza could have transferred anywhere in the country, would not have won the Heisman Trophy, period, end of story. Good player, gutty player. Man, I got questions about Fernando Mendoza as the number 1 overall pick and his NFL future after really watching last night against an NFL speed mentality. He's tough. He's a great college football quarterback. He's the deserving Heisman winner. He's a great leader. He's a field general. I saw Tom Brady on the sidelines last night. The Raiders have the top pick. But, that arm strength, man, is it there?
He reminds me of Graham Mertz. Good gutty player. He's going to get the job done, but I don't know if he's that guy.
I mean, they're talking about him as the number 1 pick. And again, he is the best player in college football. This is a separate conversation, and it really doesn't matter today. But like the Hail Mary at the end of the half. I mean, it looked like he huffed and puffed and grunted to get that thing 55 yards in the air. I mean, I got Caleb Williams throwing that off his back foot in the NFC playoffs, right? That's the difference. That's the number 1 pick. I don't know if I saw that out of Fernando Mendoza, but I did see what the rest of y'all saw. But again, it's about Curt Cignetti. He has come off the top rope, man. And now you look at his resume, he literally has won championships at every level. It just goes up a level. What's next, man? I would suggest to any of the now six or seven NFL teams that still have openings to get on the phone. What will it take? I'm willing to try the old college guy again. This guy, that looked like a pro team I was watching last night. That's what it looks like. But when it comes to rags to riches, and hey, hit me up on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, 641-1010. Tell me a bigger one this fast. I'm not talking about a team that grew into it. I'm not talking about a perennial loser that became a winner. I'm talking about like fairy tale stuff. You drink some potion you found down in the, by the pond in the forest. And voila. So that to me is the overwhelming story. I know here there's more Miami fans than there are Indiana fans, although one of the more shocking things I learned during this run by Indiana is they get the largest alumni base in the country, more than any other college or school. That's crazy. But it's been a basketball school my whole life. They've fallen on hard times in hoops. But as we approach the sidebars, the ramifications to the greatest rags to riches story in sports history, at least when it comes to the quickness of it. You just marvel at what Indiana became just like that. Now, from the Canes' perspective, they battled, played their best football at the end of the year. If we had the quarterback whisperer on this week, if I just had one question, where was Carson throwing that ball? Here's the way it played out at the end game. Miami, boy, what a crucial penalty by Indiana late in the game. They were driving. They were just running it down their throats. They had it 2nd and 1 at the 5, up 3. Miami, if they got that first down, the game was going to be over, and they had a false start. And it backed them up, and they couldn't get to first. They had to kick a field goal. So suddenly Miami is only down 6. They got almost 2 minutes to go in the game and a timeout. And then Indiana had another crucial penalty. They would have forced Miami into like a 3rd and 15, I think it was, roughing the passer, moved them out near midfield. Then they hit a play. Suddenly they're on Indiana's side of the field. What are they, down 35-yard line probably? Maybe even inside that, maybe? Were they down? Was that the Tony play that got them down more like the 23-yard line just before that? Or was that on the scoring drive? I don't know. The plays kind of run together. Nonetheless, still with plenty of time on the clock. Carson Beck, I just don't know what he saw. I don't know what happened. But he ended up throwing into double coverage, and he threw it. When I say underthrew, I mean, and I don't mean tried to get it somewhere and underthrew it, like Target dropped it, right? I mean, it was a smooth throw. Like when it left his hand before the camera pans over, I'm like, oh, this could be a big play. And he underthrew him by 5, 7, 10 yards. Indiana with the interception. They take the knee. But, man, that's a pass and a play that is probably gave Carson Beck nightmares last night. As Miami tried to come back, man, they did it really with 2 guys on offense. All right? It's Fletcher and Tony. Get the ball in those guys' hands and something, especially in the second half, something good would happen. Did you see Fletcher took a swing on one of the
he did?
Indiana guys in the post game? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he did his interviews before the video came out, but I'm talking about swung on him now.
Because as soon as the game was over, I just turned it off.
Yeah, they were like in a handshake. I didn't see it then. I saw it, after the fact. But yeah, he took a swing on him, and then there was another piece of video. He's dapping up with Mendoza, and they're giving congratulations. But yeah, earlier, I mean, and the Indiana guy had his helmet off too. Like he swung on him now. Not sure he connected, but Miami fought. Indiana just made the plays when they had to make them. I talked about Mendoza and what he looks like as far as his future, and there's just a little. I feel like there's a little buyer beware in me, but I don't know. But to call that quarterback draw with an unathletic player, it looked like they threw a baby calf into a bull ring. And he just wobbled his way through the traffic and bounced off a couple of hits. And They were just trying to get a first down there. It was like it was a fourth down call, man.
4th and 5.
4th and 5 from the 12, and they ran an unathletic quarterback on a QB draw, and he weaved and waved and
He wanted it more, man.
pinballed his way and made an unbelievable championship level play, and he got it in for a touchdown. And again, it was just one of those momentum shifts that it felt like, okay, this is it. Indiana, they're going to relax. They're going to win this game by 10, 17 points. But Miami just kept fighting, kept clawing. I will say this, as to the game, I thought the officiating style really benefited Miami. They clutched and grabbed and held all night long. If you're an Indiana fan, you could have been screaming at the television on just about every pass play, but they were and it wasn't like egregious. We're not talking about tackling guys, but man, they'd go back and show the replays after the play had gone. And you don't see it when you're watching the play live, by the way. They'll go show the replay, and a Miami guy's holding on to a jersey for a second, or a Miami guy's got a guy hooked around it. But they played to that style, and I thought that it was smart, on their part. Indiana's just a really good team. They're better.
They couldn't stop that back shoulder ball, man.
Yeah, that play, that Becker kid, man, he made 2 of them.
He did.
Those weren't great throws either. They weren't. I mean, he threw them where he had to go, I suppose, but. The one play that gives you pause on Mendoza, too, there was a play early in the game where he kind of forced it down the middle, and there was a guy breaking open, to the outside on the very play. Look, he played good last night. I'm not saying he didn't. The man was under pressure. They were interviewing him in the postgame, and already he was like, I think it was Holly Rowe, asked him to show his arm.
Yeah, he was
just
black
battle scars. And blue. Yeah. Miami got away with. They took a cheap shot on him early in the game, got a helmet up underneath his chin. No call, by the way. So that blooded him in the mouth early in the game, and made all the plays. So not a feather of criticism in those comments, but it'll become now the topic as we move into the NFL's offseason, and an offseason that percolated yesterday. The news really started to flow before we got off the show yesterday. By the way, we'll circle back. We've got a lot of Miami Indiana talk, college football. Go ahead and reset for next year. The importance now of, I will say this, as I'm going to wait and go deeper with Hicken on this. But Cignetti and Indiana and Mendoza have signaled and trumpeted the official changing of the guard in college football, and what we wondered, how the NIL, how the transfer portal could change things. It couldn't be any more documented. This rags to riches story, impossible without the new rules. Indiana would still be Indiana. Cignetti may or may not have even taken the job, depending on what he thought their ceiling was. If he were there, they might be 8-4 or 9-3. He wouldn't be able to go into the portal, fit his machinery the way he needs to. And the single most valuable commodity in sports right now is college football portal quarterback. 1-year guy here in Mendoza, by the way, facing off against a 1-year guy, Carson Beck, whose team the previous year was led by a 1-year guy in Cam Ward. And by the way, Indiana the previous year was led by a 1-year guy. Who was it? Was it Rourke? Is that who it was? Wasn't it the Jag guy we had as his brother?
Nathan Rourke?
Yeah, I think it was him. Which one did we have? We had a Rourke, too.
We did.
Did we have Nathan and this kid's name was Tanner, maybe? Either way, you go get that transfer portal quarterback and forget the growing pains, man. Now, there's 2 ways to look at that. You can get him earlier, and he can stay with you 2 or 3 years. That's what the Gators are hoping that Aaron Philo is. Or you can go get that guy and take your shot this year and build an experienced backfield. You're seeing that around college football, too. 22, 23, 24-year-old guys in your backfield. But last night's championship, Mendoza's Heisman Trophy win, Indiana's title, it's showing the value of that transfer portal quarterback and how he can just keep your. By the way, Ohio State won. Wasn't that Will Howard, transfer quarterback? These transfer portal quarterbacks, you can fill it immediately for a year or two with guys that are, in this case, winning the Heisman Trophy. All right, back to so more college football talk. Lots of sidebars. Lots of capping of this season, looking forward to next. And meanwhile, that NFL landscape, buddy. Oof. And speaking of sidebars, one of the coaching hires yesterday is especially spicy hair. I'll tell you why, and we'll get into that side of the pigskin when we come back on the other side. Up and rolling. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. 641-1010, that's the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You are listening to 92.5 FM.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Serving Jacksonville since 2007 and proud to do it.
You guys must have some seriously cool stories to tell.
1010XL, your hometown station.
When you're faced with damage in your home from water, fire, or mold, you need a team with the expertise to fix it right.
Resto Pros!
A locally owned, nationally backed franchise that's here to help you when you need them. A team that does it right the first time.
Resto Pros!
Remember, you don't have to use the insurance company's preferred contractors. Get it done right by a licensed professional you can trust. Call 904-201-9151 or go to RestoProsNEFlorida.com. That's RestoProsNEFlorida.com.
Resto Pros!
So who doesn't want to save some pennies at the pump? You can by joining the Shell Fuel Rewards program. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. In fact, I have a 1, 2, 3 offer right now when you become a new member of the Fuel Rewards program at Shell. You'll save 10 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, 20 cents per gallon on your second, and then 30 cents per gallon on your third. You get everyday savings. At Shell, members get more rewards, savings, and special offers. Offer valid through 12/31/26 at participating Shell locations. Offer must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions apply.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Get hit by the man in the back, Tommy Mack.
I'm bringing you straight to the gridiron to show you what it's like to put on the Jags helmet and pads.
Fridays on Jaguars Today. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Money pages in your mailbox right now.
Did you know there's local savings sitting in your mailbox right now? Money Pages is packed with real coupons from your favorite local businesses. Save money at restaurants like Al's Pizza, on pet care at Forever Vets, and on entertainment for the whole family at the Alhambra Theater. Plus, make sure to download the Money Pages app for savings on the go.
Money pages in your mailbox right now.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
Are you searching for a career in the HVAC industry? Florida Home AC is looking for an A-team, full-time positions for qualified individuals to train for HVAC service technicians, install mechanics, and sales consultants. Just log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and click on careers to find out more. We're talking great compensation, a 5-day work week, no downtime in the off-season, and a company-provided vehicle. Check it all out at FloridaHomeAC.com/career. That's FloridaHomeAC.com/career. Equal opportunity employer.
PRI Productions is the official game day production partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi, I'm Randy Goodwin, president and owner of PRI Productions. Chances are, if you've been in Jacksonville over the last 30 years, you've seen our work, from corporate and social events to concert production and much more. We have the equipment and expertise to make your next event memorable. So call the experts at the Jaguars Call. PRI Productions, bringing your ideas to life.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Rags, and I mean all rags, in their history to riches, Indiana, college football's national champion. Again, I can't think of one. I'll be interested to get OMW's perspective on this upon his arrival. But here's the difference, the reason. You can find teams that went from really bad for a long time to really good, and there are a bunch of them. But at some point in their history and their legacy, it's not all rags. Like, I'm trying to think maybe a comparison, and I've got a little, extra insider here when it comes to this, but the Braves in 1991, my lifetime, the Braves went to the playoffs one time, 1982. Well, it's 1969. I'm an infant. Toddler, at least. So in some 25 years, the Braves have been to the playoffs just one time. They were in last place in 1990, and then in 1991, immediately were in first place, went to the World Series. Didn't finish it with a title, though, and didn't win one until later in the mid-90s. I'm not a Canes historian. I know they were never national champion. They were never a national champion level program. When they won in 1983 and beat Nebraska, that just kind of immediately turned them, into a powerhouse. But I know that Miami's had great players in their history. I'm pretty sure they've had New Year's Day bowl victories and near double-digit win seasons in their football history. So it's not that. I mean, Indiana, there's nothing there, man. I mean, there is nothing there that would indicate. Let me do Indiana here for giggles. So Indiana started playing football in 1900. I mean, let's forget, even though they're all losing years pretty much, except save for a couple. I mean, let's just fast forward. When do you want to start? These are all losing years. Here's Indiana in 1945, and I'm going to assume the war had something to do with this and attrition. They went 9-0-1. In the Western Conference at the time. They didn't even join the Big Ten until 1957, so they weren't even playing Big Ten level football back in the day. And then after that, they immediately plummeted back to what they are. You don't become college football's all-time losingest program if you ever have good years. I mean, you're losing 7, 8, 9, 10 games a year almost every year. It's a stretch in the 50s where they went 2-4-1, 0-7, 0-6, 1-5, 1-5, 1-5. Into the mid-60s now, 1-6, 1-5-1. Into the 70s, 1-6, 2-6, 3-5. Continuing into the 70s, Lee Corso rides into town. He goes 0-8, 1-7, 1-6-1, 4-4, 4-3-1, 3-5, 5-3, 3-5, 3-6, 4-5. Look how long Lee Corso stayed with those records. Keep moving. Sam Weiss coached Indiana for 1 year. Who knew? He went 3-8. Then he went on to Bill Mallory. He started there with an 0-11, and Mallory was, had, he had 3 8-win seasons in 13 years. So good for him. Finished 2-9, 3-8. Cam Cameron came in. You know of him from his NFL affiliations. He was always going to be somebody's next head coach, wasn't he? An OC, I think, with Baltimore and Miami. He went 2-9, 4-7, 4-7, 3-8, 5-6, was fired. Jerry DiNardo gave it a crack. Remember him at Vandy, LSU, 3-9, 2-10, 3-8. See you later. Come on in, Terry Hopner, 4-7, 5-7. Calvin Wilson came in 0-11. Maybe he can change things around. 2011, so 14 years ago. He went 1-11, 4-8, 5-7, 4-8, 6-7, 6-7. Tom Allen came in 5-7, 5-7, 8-5, and we threw a parade. COVID year 6-2, and then went 2-10, 4-8, 3-9. Kurt Signetti, 11-2, 16-0 national champs. I just don't know what comparisons there are. I think we can look all night and not find one. I mean, pauper to prince. Forget prince, to king. Just like that. It's hard to find the exact comparison in college basketball because the losingest programs, the teams with the most losses, are also the ones with the most wins. So if you look at most losses in college basketball history, you get blue bloods: North Carolina, Duke, Kentucky, Kansas. But if you look at it, if you break it down a little more analytically, this will be the equivalent of, say, Washington State. Maybe they're the closest, and they've won tournament games in the last 15 years. But overall, they've not done much in college basketball through the years. There's just no comparisons, man. I guess maybe Nebraska we were talking about the other day that's never won a tournament game. Maybe that would be somewhat of a comparison. Never done much in hoops. They're a Power 5 program, but they're not the losingest program in the history of the sport. All right, it got juicy yesterday for us here in Jacksonville. There's a sidebar to some of the coaching moves. But first, let me start with an overall opinion on what I've seen here in these last few days. We're just recycling coaches here, and are we just oblivious to what the real problem is? It's the quarterback, and except for Sean McDermott, and I would suggest that shuffling him out now that we've had a good day to think about it, is probably not the best move for Buffalo. Probably a little overreactionary. I understand you want to go in a different direction. The decision only validates itself if the Bills now win at a higher level than they've been winning, and the man won 5, I think, division titles in 9 years, 8 playoff seasons. But I get it too. You look up and you've got a Tomlin for 19 years, only you don't have the Super Bowl. But the Bills went in a different direction. But meanwhile, some of the hires we're seeing, Stefanski to the Falcons. Yesterday we saw, and this is where it gets juicy, gang. See who the Titans hired or about to hire?
Yes, goodness.
Robert Saleh. We remember what happened in that San Francisco game, and you know what? That little confrontation didn't mean as much. It was just going to blow like the wind. They'd see each other, and maybe again in 3 or 4 or 5 years down the road, the two teams would hook up again. Now he's head coach on the other side.
Twice a year, baby.
Man, that really adds to the spiciness of that one. All right, we got a lot more to get through as we move along here on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Brunch with a tour today. Have we added it up? How do we do week one? Have you looked at it yet?
Yeah, I added it up. I got it in my notes. I'll show you.
Just a teaser. Who was first? Me?
No.
No, that's too bad.
I think the tour took McIntyre.
Okay.
And he placed second, I believe.
Yeah, son of a tour.
Right?
Look what's happened. Well, Stewie Moore will join us this morning. And the best news each and every Tuesday about Stewart when he shows up is that he brings the Chick-fil-A. We're back with more next. Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Step into the 1010XL Hall of Sports.
One word. Awesome. This room is awesome.
1010XL, where sports come to life.
Low mortgage rates are back. Listen, Loan Pronto has fixed rate mortgages with APRs as low as 4.89%. It's the lowest in years. Hey, gang, Prosser here. Smart homeowners are taking advantage of this while they can. If you got stuck in a 6% loan, you can lower your payment big time. Or you can keep your primary mortgage intact, get cash out, equity with Loan Pronto's rapid equity loans. One homeowner just got $250,000 out of their home. They paid off all their credit cards, some car loans, and cut their monthly expense by $2,000. Call now. See what option works best for you, but don't miss this big rate drop of 2026. Ask about new home loans, VA loans, full cash out refis, or their famous rapid equity loan. You can close in less than 2 weeks. You may be able to skip your next 2 house payments altogether. Call 904-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com. No hard credit pull. 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. APR for well-qualified buyers. Visit
NMLSconsumeraccess.org. Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. You see that new welcome offer? Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. I think we got to jump on this.
What's John Daly think?
I think you got to grip it and rip it.
Grip it?
And rip it.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets. Not a cash offer. Offered by Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Did you know your roof ages from the inside out? By the time you see a leak, damage already exists beneath the shingles. Sun exposure, humidity, and seasonal storms slowly weaken roofing materials over time. If your roof is 15 years old or more, then now is the time to start planning, not reacting. At Endless Summer Roofing, we provide professional inspections and clear guidance so you can make informed decisions. Visit EndlessSummerRoofing.com to schedule a free inspection. Endless Summer Roofing, protecting your home from Florida's endless summer.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. Thank you for trusting us for 55 years of custom welding fabrication and vehicle towing accessories. When you need a trailer hitch for the family car, a gooseneck for the company truck, or even RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We can do a bumper hitch, fifth wheel hitch, anything for safe, reliable towing. Come to Cannons of Jacks, where service is our #1 priority and we treat our customers as we like to be treated. Check us out online, cannonsofjacks.com.
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, a Jacksonville family business for nearly 70 years. Heck, I've been talking about them for over a decade. The Thompson family secret, Dandy's never frozen, always fresh baked bread with quality meats and cheeses, no dry crumbly subs here, only soft and tasty deliciousness. When I see that logo with the little dude with the cane on the label, it tells me I'm getting a trusted brand, a quality sandwich. So do what I do and stop in at a Daly's and make yours a Dandy today.
Some auto shops love giving your wallet a flush every time you visit. Not AA Automotive. They fix only what needs fixing, nothing more. Honest, fast, and fair. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street. Boring name, awesome service, and no wallet flush.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
We're traveling over the Dames Point Bridge this morning. And you see an orange and green Kia pulled into onto the shoulder. You look on the span there, oh my gosh, with a bright orange Canes jersey, a number 1 on the back, and it simply says in the description over the top, Joe U, don't do it. Don't jump! Look out for Joe U. We got a bolo right now for Joe U. Don't jump. It'll be okay. Oh man, they fought to the end. That's a tough one to swallow for Miami for sure. We're going to get back to some football here in just a second. It's Indiana. You're a national champions. Again, I can't think in my lifetime, I don't know about historically, I can't think of a bigger rags to riches. You know, again, Gators until Spurrier, that became rags to riches. But the rags that Florida's, again, Indiana's the losingest program in history. So you can't find me a bigger rag. And this guy, as great as Spurrier was, he didn't win the Natty his second year. He didn't go 15-0 his second season and win the national title. I get it. And I'm not shooting down. These are examples. That's why this stands out in my thinking, my contemplating, my musing as the single biggest, most grandiose, preposterous, unexpected rags to riches story for any team, franchise, program in my lifetime. FSU until Bowden that's another one. And it took Bobby, 15 years to win a Natty? Again, part of the rags to riches and it being the biggest is how far and how ugly the rags were and how quickly and marvelous it became. This on the text line probably sums it up. Hell just froze over. Yeah, it feels like one of those when hell freezes over. The Bad News Bears. Now, there you go. Bad News Bears may be the biggest. Villanova in 85 over Georgetown. Great upset that night. I don't think Villanova basketball was the pits of the world, though, like Indiana football. But I love all these. Keep them coming. But yeah, just in the landscape has now changed. It's now proven the pressure should be for these guys making all these millions on every single coach. And I'm especially talking to y'all in the Big Ten. Hey, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Iowa. No more free passes for you jokers, man. Hey, Kirk Ferentz, we're decided to move on. What a story. But keep your comments, your opinions coming in on that. I just, Hoosiers maybe basketball. They're a real team. Remember the Titans? Are they real? I bet you those teams had more wins than our Indiana football team. Anywho, Gator basketball team's back on the floor tonight. Florida has hit its stride. They're playing their best basketball of the year. They've won 4 in a row in the SEC since losing their conference opener at Missouri. They've won back-to-back road games, including a big one over number 10 Vanderbilt on Saturday. They're home in the Exact Tech Arena tonight, 7 o'clock tip. You'll hear it on 1010XL. You can also, I believe it's an ESPN or ESPN2 game. So, look, they've gone through a schedule here where they played ranked teams 3 of the last 4. They won all 3. Now they've got LSU and Auburn back-to-back at home. I'll remind you, Florida unbeaten at home this year. They have a long home win streak. They'll play at South Carolina, who's, quite frankly, not been good. And then Alabama, number 17, another game they'll get at home. So an opportunity here to keep it rolling. Like to keep the backcourt hot. I'm going to reemphasize what I said the other day. I think we've got a backcourt now that's kind of just comfortable in its own skin. We're not going to be Walter Clayton. We're not going to be Will Richard. We're not going to be Elijah Martin. We're going to be Boogie Flan and Xavier Lee. We're going to play the strengths of our team and ourselves. And hopefully we'll have more. If you're a Gator fan, you'll have more afternoons like Saturday where Xavier Lee found some confidence and hit some, not just some outside shots, but floor generaled a little bit better as well. This team's only going to go as far as the backcourt. That's who has the ball at the end of the game, no matter how good your front court is. And they'll be able to maybe manufacture some Scotty Houck late game situations. But at the end of the game, it's usually it's a dribble top of the key and let that man decide what's going to happen. Sure, he may dish to that front court, but the game will be controlled at the end of the year when the last one's played, win or lose. It'll end with the ball in Boogie Flan or Xavier Lee's hands in decision-making moment. But Florida LSU tonight, Gators, gosh, I would assume I love playing guess the spread before you look. I'm going to say Florida home against LSU is going to be 8.5. LSU's not terrible. They've gotten a little bit better, but here we go. Spread check is what I call this. Florida is way missed. I just bankrupted a casino out in Vegas when I put it at 8.5. Florida 15.5. So if they ran to that window getting that 8.5. By the way, if you took Miami in the 8.5, the spread lowered.
Yeah, it went
teams
to 7,
were betting
right?
Miami. Yeah, it went down to about 7. It was coming into play late. Indiana's up 3. If they score that touchdown, and maintain a 10-point lead and win the game by 10, it changes the betting outcome. But that seems, that seems like unimportant when you consider. All right, we had a bad injury in the NBA last night. Jimmy Butler.
Oh, Jimmy B.
Yeah, Jimmy Buckets is down and out. Bye-bye, Golden State. They went and got Jimmy Butler last year. The West wasn't winnable, I don't think, for them anyway, with Oklahoma City and some of those other good young teams, but they were trying to, piece it together for another year with no Jimmy Butler. No chance, man. No chance. And it looks like it's a serious knee injury, so they will not have him most likely for the rest of the year. We have had an interesting injury crop up on the playoff front. I'll have that for you in a football fix coming up next segment. I want to go back to Miami, though. I talked about there's a lot of cool sidebars. Man, if you're not careful, the menopause can hit. You want to get in your feelings just a little bit. This story of Fernanda Mendoza's mom is it tugs at your heartstring, and she wrote a letter to the Players Journal. What's that?
Players Tribune.
Players Tribune. A letter to her son. And if you haven't, it's makes you misty-eyed just watching the game. She has MS. She got it about 15, 18 years ago, and it's gotten progressively worse. Fernando's dad, her husband, goes to the game, and he sits through all his excitement because she is, bound to the wheelchair. But just there, and they have another son. He's a brother who plays on Indiana. They have another younger son who's at the game there. So just that family for the Mendoza family is so important, and the mom. But the words that she used, dude, I got to be careful here. So she writes this letter. This was during the season. And look, Fernando and his brother, they raised money for MS. They've just done a ton of different things. But it was the personal side. It was the personal side of her appreciation for him. She can't get around. You know how it is, man. You're self-conscious, right? In her Players Tribune letter, Elsa Mendoza mentioned Fernando has made her battle with MS so much easier. You've made it so much easier. You've done that in the sweetest, strongest, most Fernando way possible by making me feel the exact opposite of embarrassed. You've made me feel seen, whether it was giving me... Anyway, it goes on and on. You can read it yourself, or your boy here will get some menopause. And we don't use this term much in the rough and tumble world of sports talk radio. What a sweet storyline that was, though. Just that whole, her there, and you can see the dad explaining exactly what happened, because everybody gets on their feet when a big moment happens. Mm-hmm. She's left just looking at him like,
you're right.
But that letter that she wrote him, and that young man and his character, buddy, he is howdy doody squeaky clean, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. His post-game, all his post-game.
It's just refreshing to watch. Just a goofy kid. Again, I have questions about that NFL future, right or wrong, but man, what a cool storyline that is as well. All right, a football fix when we return. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
This is your VSIN Action Update, brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Tampa Bay Lightning tonight skate at home against the San Jose Sharks. The Lightning 18-4-4, the Benchmark International Arena. A $2.98 favorite. Sharks plus 240 on the money line. They've won 7 of 10. The total is 6.5, shaded to the under. Florida Gators at the O'Connell Center tonight against the LSU Tigers. The Gators laying 14.5 points. 158.5 the total. Miami hosting Florida State at the Watsco Center in Coral Gables. Hurricanes 11.5 point favorites. 165.5 the total. The Seminoles looking to end a 5-game losing streak. Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keysofprogress.com. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnick Nugget. The Jaguars are built. Yeah, I know you've heard that before. You heard it after the 17 season. You heard it after the 22 season. I get it. But they're built now. They're more aligned than they were either of those 2 years. They've got better quarterback play coming up than either of those 2 years. The bottom line is they finally are built. They've become tougher than they've been in a long time, and they've got a really good head coach. This one stings. Man, oh man, it stings. But the Jags are going to be good for a long time. I have no doubt. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnick family of dealerships. Frank Frangie here. This month marks a big milestone for Nimnick Buick GMC. 85 years of serving Jacksonville. Since 1941, Nimnick's been more than a dealership. It's been part of the community. 4 generations of families, thousands of vehicles sold, and a reputation built on doing things the right way. When you hear nobody but Nimnick, that's 85 years of trust behind it. If you bought a car from Nimnick, serviced one, or participated in one of our causes, you're part of the legacy. Stop by and see the folks at Nimnick today, because this milestone belongs to Jacksonville too. GMC, we are professional grade.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group, 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Cooking with Prisco.
These things are wonderful. You're going to love it. Have a rollie.
Catch CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco every Friday afternoon on The Frangie Show. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles on 1010XL.
This is the kind of sandwich you don't rush. French dip at Firehouse Subs. Premium roast beef loaded with caramelized onions, melted provolone cheese, and topped with Italian seasoning. Stacked on a toasted garlic bread roll with hot au jus for dipping. For a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
Start your new year off healthy. Get screened at Ackerman Urology for common cancers of the prostate, bladder, and kidney. Early detection is key with 5 locations across Northeast Florida. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Not everyone is built for a cubicle. At Local 234, apprentices get paid to learn hands-on skills like plumbing, pipe fitting, HVAC, the stuff Jacksonville runs on. No endless lectures, no massive student debt, just hands-on training, real jobs, and real pay. This is how you level up, by doing work that actually matters. Check them out at UA234.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Local 234. Make the right connection.
Here's hoping for a raise the roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
Frank Frangie here for Coil Fencing. Since 1927, Jacksonville has trusted Coil Fencing to protect what matters. And I trust them too. From tough chain link to your commercial project to sleek aluminum fencing your HOA will love, Coil does it all. Did you know that Coil can also install, service, and maintain those automatic gates that help protect your neighborhood or business? To schedule a complimentary consultation, visit CoilJacks.com. That's COYLE Jacks.com. Coil Fencing, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, we're back here on The Drill. Coaching moves, part of the headlines. I guess we'll wait on Grant Udinsky. A second interview, the Jaguars offensive coordinator, scheduled to have with the Cleveland Browns. They moved on from Kevin Stefanski, who very, very quickly landed in Atlanta. So we'll get a football fix here in just a second. Asking for some of the biggest rags to riches, and yeah, nobody's compelled me to overpower. And yeah, certainly the landscape has changed. It also changed for all the other Division I college football teams, and the rest of them weren't the worst one ever. So just because, there's NIL portal, what, that makes it easy? Been watching Florida lately? Seen FSU? So, yeah, and so I've gotten a lot of, biggest upset. That's fair, like Miracle on Ice, sure. But U.S. Hockey was not the worst hockey program on the world stage. That's the part you have to recognize here when I say it's the biggest rags to riches story in sports history in my lifetime. Because the rags were so much dirtier than any other rags to riches story. You know, people want to say the Patriots, Tom Brady came in. Yeah, and they also went to the Super Bowl in '86. But I like some of the suggestions. Who could forget the Little Giants? Bobby Boucher, Southeast Louisiana State University or whatever it was. So yeah, that's that's fair. That's a good one.
Mighty Ducks.
What about dodgeball? That's a true underdog story.
True underdog story.
What about them? So
what the Mighty Ducks? They were trash right before.
Yeah, there you go, Mighty Ducks. See, again, you literally have to go to silly Hollywood storylines to find anything that matches up with what John Daly winning the PGA. That's a good one. That's an individual, and that's like a nobody out of nowhere, seventh, ninth alternate for the PGA. Like, if it wasn't his first Pro Tour event, it was one of them. So that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one. U.S. fighting the British to become independent. There we go. That's also monumental upset. So there are always those. Fire the band. We got a football fix brought to you by the Home Course, Joint Creek Golf Club. I mentioned they play some golf, man. I played enough golf here in 2026. I know it's early, but
I played 2 weeks in a row.
I need to play 2 times in a week is what I'm looking for, not 2 weeks in a row. Anywho, I digress. We're getting into golf playing season, if you know what I mean. Get out of that football and constant wear and tear. But, yeah, like we're really digging ditches and roofing here. Shout out 6 o'clockers. I feel you. I see you out there. Also brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin Home, Life, Business, and Auto. I mentioned we've got an injury that has cropped up here. This is a big one for the Seahawks. Zach Charbonnet's a good player.
Yeah.
I mean, it almost feels like a tandem with Kenneth Walker. Walker's really played well this last month of the season, by the way. But Charbonnet is a valuable component of that Seattle offense, and they won't have him. In fact, they won't have him for the rest of the playoffs. Big loss for the number 1 seed in the NFC, who will host the Rams. Again, it feels like the 2 best teams in the NFC are meeting. AFC, it feels like we shook up the bag of 5 teams, and these are the 2 that it landed on. The Broncos, again, are going to have to do it with a backup quarterback. Good luck. The Bills had seen enough. They've restructured the organization. Somehow the GM gets a promotion and the coach gets bushwhacked while Josh Allen continues to throw to either old veterans past their prime or underachieving journeyman young guys. And, you know, I could question the roster building that at this point of his career, everyone wants to make comparison like, well, Peyton Manning didn't do it till then. And when he did, he had Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne, gang. This guy, Josh Allen, has done it in Buffalo now. Save for the couple of years they gave him Stephon Diggs, which, by the way, I'll remind you, were the best years for Buffalo. Get the guy some receiving help, man. There are 2 quarterbacks that are miserable, and it's still hanging around. One is Josh Allen, who feels like he gave that game away for Buffalo against Denver, and Carson Beck is going to live a nightmare for that final throw that he either there was a miscommunication or woefully underthrown to end Miami season. We'll keep it here on the NFL side. Yeah, I mentioned it'll be a little juicy now. The Titans finalizing the deal with Robert Saleh. That's the assistant that Liam Cohen kind of went back and forth with San Francisco week. Miami is going to go with Packers defensive coordinator. This guy's name has been popping up. His name's Jeff Hafley. Was Hafley was he the head coach at Boston College at one point? Why is that name sticking out at me? Anywho. Yeah, he spent time in both college and the NFL. And it's Hafley down there. So at least they don't go with, you know, a recycle. Stefanski, a recycle. A hire yesterday, Saleh, a recycle. The Broncos have opened the window for J.K. Dobbins to return against the Patriots. We'll see if they get that little boost from the backfield. Obviously, the biggest news in the backfield is the quarterback and his injury. George Kittle hoping a best case return for early next year. I don't know. We'll see. Looks like it's the Achilles tear, as was feared. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Hick and Arrival more come your way next. We have brunch with the tour today. All that and more on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Find Florida Gators basketball on 1010XL.
It's a power conference with power forwards on fire. Florida's Thomas Ha and LSU's Markel Sutton. Gators Tigers tonight at 7 on 1010 AM.
Mike Dempsey here. It's truck time at Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Check out their huge selections of brand new F-150s, America's best-selling truck for over 40 years. Right now, drive one home with an incredible 0% financing for 60 months, plus no payments for 90 days. That's right, 0 interest and no payments till next year. Your new F-150 is waiting at Big Number 1 Duval Ford. Visit DuvalFord.com or stop by 1616 Cassett Avenue today.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said, "Gone boating." But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations, Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine, and over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing, or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
It may be winter in Northeast Florida, but it's one of the most important times to protect your lawn. Prosser here for Julington Creek Pest Control. Their winterizer strengthens roots and improves cold tolerance. Pre-emergent treatments stop spring weeds before they ever start. What that means is you set the stage for a thicker, greener lawn when spring arrives. Call today to schedule your winter lawn treatment with Julington Creek Pest Control. Our family serving yours since 1984.
If you've been in an auto accident, you can count on the experts at San Jose Collision to return your vehicle to pre-accident conditions. San Jose Collision can also provide a fresh paint job to freshen up your vehicle or completely change its appearance. They can paint and repair all foreign and domestic cars and trucks. When quality and professionalism are important to you, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
It's the Happy Renewal Year sale at Renewal by Anderson. Buy one, get one, 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. But this offer expires January 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Florida rose into riding a 4-game win streak and protecting a 15-game home streak when they face LSU at the O-Dome this evening. You can hear the game live at 7 p.m. on 1010 XL AM and streamed online. Florida football adds Southern Miss transfer Mason Clinton, a 6'5", 300-pound defensive lineman with 2 years of eligibility left following his visit to Gainesville. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 7:01, it's 35 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned for the Dan Hicken arrival and more next, right here on 1010 XL and 92.5 FM.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's team time, Farah doesn't flinch. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Hoosiers.
He just
Hoosiers.
just shakes his head in there.
You know it. Yes, sir. That's a good game. We're running down to the end of the football season, so fun one to watch last night.
It was kind of stressful.
Yeah,
I don't know why I didn't have a dog in the fight. I was like nervous at the end of it.
Yeah.
I was pulling for Indiana. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised it brought up nervousness though.
Yeah.
I usually don't care.
I mean, any good Gator fan and Seminole
not.
fan
No,
doesn't
I'm
want
not
Miami to win.
I'm
I
not
mean,
apologizing.
If you don't get that, then you got a problem, man.
No, I got it. But I usually don't want him to win, but not to the point of that I'm nervous that the other team. You know what I'm saying? That's all I mean. Carson Beck, I don't know what he saw or what he did. I don't know. He'll want that throwback for the rest of his life.
What about the kid who made the pick?
Miami kid.
Miami Northwest.
Not just Miami kid.
Yeah, Miami
He's the
Northwest.
nephew of the corner in the Miami-Ohio State game.
Oh, wow.
His nephew, Sharp.
He's the one that did the one that got called
The
for PI.
PI.
Wow, that's something.
So the Sharp family,
That's
persona non grata.
that's South Florida Petri dish of football talent, boy.
Yeah. The Indiana corner, last name is Sharp.
Sharp, yeah.
Yeah, his uncle
I know.
was the corner in the Miami-Ohio State game back in 2003. So
Is that Glenn Sharp?
Yeah. So that alone.
Against Gamble. Yeah, it was Gamble was the receiver, Miami, Ohio State.
Yeah.
Chris Gamble.
Kamore Gamble?
Chris Gamble.
Chris Gamble. Anyway, incredible.
Oscar Gamble.
Oscar Gamble.
Him.
Very nice.
Great. You got to look up Oscar
What
Gamble.
a fro.
Great fro.
Oh, the
back
best.
in the 70s.
The best fro.
Oh, my gosh.
But
baseball player.
Just had everything in it, though. Had everything in it, the game.
I give Miami credit for punching back.
they
I thought
fought back.
Indiana knocked him out twice.
Did you say punch?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Fletcher? I'll take him right now.
I know.
But don't put him in the same backfield with Quinn Allen. They may come to blows.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, he brought him back. I mean, he's tough. He's tough.
I didn't know he had the speed that he showed on that breakaway.
But he threw a punch at
He did,
after the game.
He might be suspended for the first game next year.
Yeah, might be. Might be. And then the 4th and 5 quarterback draw.
That was a play.
Genius play call.
Great call.
I mean, if he was an athletic quarterback, he would have gone untouched.
Miami
Instead,
DC said, we knew it was coming. We just couldn't get the check in. Okay.
They showed a great replay. I'm sure you saw it. The one safety was just way too late getting
But that's
over.
what I'm talking about with this Mendoza kid. There's a little something there. I don't know if he'll succeed in
That's the
he had the same stats as Beck
His
last
arm,
night.
I worry about the arm strength. They had that Hail Mary at the end of the half. 55-yard throw, and it looked like he heaved it to get it there.
Yeah.
I got a number 1 pick, Caleb Williams, throwing that ball off his back foot.
Yeah.
So that's just a different. He's a great college football player. It's not a criticism.
He might be. I don't know.
He's a Heisman winner, but last night was watching that NFL level.
I'm talking
He's
about.
got no athleticism.
That's right.
Yeah, he's very so in the NFL in today's day and age. That's tough.
Yeah.
And I just don't know about the arm strength. And he had another one. I thought it was gonna be a pick 6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't.
I thought he played.
No,
I thought he played well.
I did too.
Because Miami.
I'm talking about strictly as a
Miami
pro
was
prospect.
bringing it.
Yeah.
And how these idiot refs can see. I mean, that Miami. I don't know if it was a linebacker or defensive back early in the game on the where he handed it off and they kept running, and he got popped. Did you guys?
Yeah, that should have been a flag.
Now
that could have been targeting. He was up under his
no
chin.
question.
Miami
Now,
played how they let him play
15 years ago. No problem. They let that go.
Ask Werfel.
Yeah, but that was.
I guess that's
egregious.
30 years ago. Actually, oof. You want to feel old?
Danny Werfel.
I thought Miami was smart to play the way the refs let them play. If you looked at the replay after every pass play, Miami had some jersey or a hip, but they let them, and at fast speed, you didn't even notice.
They had PIs on every play.
Yeah. But they let him play that way, and I will
But
say,
if you're gonna let him play, then that's fine. But don't throw one late.
Yeah. In defense of Miami, I'll say this: in fast motion, those plays didn't all look like penalties, but when they slowed them down, they were. They do a good job of just clutchy, grabby. They stayed in the game, and no one's done that with Indiana for a month.
Yes, that's true. But give Indiana credit.
They're better. Yeah.
The last and you know what? And here's another reason. Pre-game show, they all picked Miami.
That surprises
They
me.
all picked Miami.
Oh, for real?
Saban,
Oh.
Dez, they all picked Miami.
Because of the athleticism, the
I don't
speed.
know. I just saw Saban put a Miami hat on. Now, McAfee picked Indiana, but he's an Indiana guy. So, but that alone.
That surprises me. I said this earlier, Hick, and I'll be interested in your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
A few more years, not a ton, but just the same sociopathic fascination with sports.
Yes.
It's the biggest rag to riches, the biggest, most preposterous, unexpected rags to riches story of any team, franchise in sports in my life.
Yes.
Because of how dirty the rags were. They were I went through their year by year, Hick. They have maybe 10, 15 like 6 and 5 winning years.
Yeah, a lot of people keep saying and I don't know enough about it, but I remember Reimer telling us about it, that Leicester City soccer team.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
They say that one
Okay,
was,
that's more
was
worldwide. I
comparable.
was thinking more U.S. It's just hard. The reason is you can't find rags as raggy as
Not
Indiana's
as raggy,
rags.
but some that are a little bit similar. The St. Louis Blues winning the Stanley Cup in 2019. Gloria.
That's a good one.
Da.
That's a good one. Now, again.
Villanova.
Yeah, but I think Villanova had a Final Four in their history on their resume.
No question.
Yeah,
No
that's
question.
the hard thing. Like, people say Spurrier and the Gators. Well,
here's something to put it in perspective. Indiana was 150 to 1 in the preseason. Oh, right now, the Marlins are 150 to 1 to win the World Series. So it'd be like the Marlins winning the World Series. Sorry.
Well, doubling back like Signetti did. I mean,
It'd be like Ghana winning the World Cup. They're 150 to 1. Or Utah State to win March Madness.
Let me ask you a quick. I'm pretty sure I know the answer.
27-2.
Yeah, Signetti is like he's trying to carve the on Rushmore, and he's only been there 2 years. He's impressive as what Saban did in 15, if you ask me. Considering the starting point.
Who was the last college basketball team to go undefeated?
That was did we not have another one? Is it still Indiana?
Indiana, baby.
76.
Indiana football and basketball.
Vegas, UNLV went all the way to the final and lost undefeated, I think, 1 year. Or maybe they lost semis to Duke. Let me ask you a question, Dan. I think I know the answer, but gosh, I guess I'm not too sure. But because there's a retort that's coming out that I can't disagree with stronger or louder, and I don't want to be unfriendly about that disagreement, but I don't take it as a valid point. And here's why.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity, but in the last 3 or 4 years, has USC had NIL and portal?
Yeah.
Southern Cal?
Yeah.
Has Penn State?
Yeah.
Has Florida?
Yeah.
Has LSU?
Yeah.
Has Bama and Georgia? Has Iowa had it?
Oh,
Has Michigan State had it? So NIL portal does not in any way minimize, downsize, or change what Kurt Signetti just did at Indiana.
Why, they say it is?
Well, the other teams or programs that did it that, like, and Spurrier's is a somewhat good example, but Florida was not in the wasteland of college football. And frankly, it took Spurrier 7 years to win a natty.
This
guy did it in 2 years.
Well, it's not just win a natty. It's 16-0.
And it's dominating a conference that had won the last two.
It's harder than ever to win a natty in the respect of there's more games.
Right.
So you got to play them all, basically, to win. Now, somebody will do it because you give a natty every year, but it's hard to do, man.
Jets winning Super Bowl III.
Yeah.
69 Mets. They'd never been anything.
Yeah.
Those are rags to riches. I said 91 Braves to a degree, but, in the 50s they had a title.
Yeah.
But even those, again, the rags of the had the Mets had a year at all before 69? No. 8 losing years until then?
Yeah.
That's a good one then.
Yeah, they might have.
That's a good one. Because
Yeah.
that's and now it's not like, that's a good one. That's complete, but it's a shorter
They were an
rags.
expansion club in 62.
Now, in fairness,
they ain't playing 100 years.
Well, Indiana's had 120 years of rags.
Indiana's last bowl win was the Copper Bowl in 1991. The Copper Bowl.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It's really, again, it's a head scratcher. But again, that dude can coach, and look. They needed everything, though, to beat Miami. A block punt, a missed field goal by Miami. I mean, first half, the Canes couldn't get anything going. And quite honestly, they started to throw and open things up in the second half, and they responded. Every time Indiana would go up to 10, Miami would cut it to 3. 10-3, 10-3. And Indiana had to keep responding, and they did. But they finally had to settle for a field goal They went from 2nd and 1, and they're all Big Ten offensive linemen jumped.
Yeah, the game was over. They're going to get a first down. The game's over.
That gave Miami a sliver, and then they got a stop. And Cignetti chose not to throw it, which surprised me a little bit on 3rd and 5. And so, or 3rd and 6 or whatever it was.
Want to run that clock.
Kicked a field goal.
Miami had way too much time. They left them too much time. There was no reason that it wasn't a desperation heave. It was, I don't know what Carson Beck saw, what he thought.
They talked about it.
He
They said
placed it there. Like, it didn't look like he was underthrown. It looked like that's where he's trying to
throw. It was a miscommunication because they said the receiver never looked back for it. Yeah, so it was but
they did a great job protecting him. He had all day on some of those
God.
throws, and they couldn't find anyone. I must have been covering good.
Yeah, it was 100%. It was a fascinating game. And listen, if you're a Miami fan, you should feel pretty good about it because you just went toe to toe with a team that blew out Bama and blew out
for sure. But
Oregon, and
it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get that
hard.
near miss.
It is hard. Near misses
from the text on Design by Lifetime Closures. Good point. They should make a movie called Hoosiers.
Yeah,
that'd be smart. They can do this one in football. This is a good one. It's individual. It's not team. John Daly winning the PGA.
Yeah,
that's rags to riches. I mean, he's 9th, and then he went on to be a good golfer from there. He's howdy doody, bro. He's so refreshing.
I don't want them to make this a movie because I feel like it will be a Lifetime movie. And then the guys won't have any football skills.
Yeah.
And it'll annoy me. Like the Aaron Hernandez movie where the guy who played Aaron Hernandez.
bad.
Oh, my God.
For the record, the Aaron Hernandez was not on Lifetime.
No.
Yeah.
It was like FX, wasn't it?
It was an Oppo story of Indiana, but nonetheless, still an impressive, terrible movie. But anyway, yeah, kudos to Indiana.
Flint
and
Tropics,
by the way,
another good one.
Huh?
Flint Tropics, Jackie Moon. I hate to overlook what he did.
That's terrible.
Because they didn't get in.
4th place.
Yeah, but they got in, and then they didn't
fourth
get
place is all they got, though.
Well,
It wasn't like they were winning the
considering where they came from, and the
ABA
fact that
title.
Will Ferrell was starting at center. It's impressive.
The bigger story of Flint Tropics is not giving Jackie Earl Haley his check.
Yeah, that's fair.
But a
All right.
Jamaican bobsled team.
Oh,
That's a good one. But they didn't win gold. No,
They didn't win gold.
Yeah, no,
They got to win gold.
Yeah, they just made it.
Yeah, you got to win gold.
Yeah,
man.
you're right.
You got to win. All right, we'll take a break. We're just warming up. But Indiana, poll question. Way too early top 25 is out as well. Poll question, turn back to the Jags. The hiring of Robert Saleh, this may start to change things a little bit. But our Dream Finders Homes poll question brought to you by our friends at Dream Finders Homes, official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Listen, go check out dreamfindershomes.com. They're unbelievable. You got great interest rate packages, 15 different locations throughout Jacksonville.
15 of them things.
Thank you, E. Just like
Taylor Swift's exes.
Sorry.
She got a bunch of them.
Okay. After this season has concluded, which team do Jags fans sports hate the most? Sports hate the most. Titans, Colts, Texans, or it's all about us?
After this season?
Yeah. Who do you
it's
hate more?
easy.
Titans, Colts, Texans, or it's all about us? And we have a historical poll question right now.
Oh, well, I'm
historical.
I'm going Texans
Okay.
after this season.
Okay. All right.
No, I've been here too long. I'm going to still go. The Texans will die. Now they're gone.
Robert Saleh getting the job in Tennessee is beautiful.
I think that I told you this. I see Saleh and Cohen getting together at the little coaches function in February and smoothing that whole thing out.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But still.
Anyway, that is juicy. I'm going to go Titans still.
57.8 for Houston, 22.8 for Tennessee, 19.4 for it's all about us. But historical right now in the poll question, a 0.
A 0 for the Colts.
Really?
We've never had a 0.
How many responses?
We have over 300.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow. Never had a 0.
They're so meek. No one cares.
I mean, listen, I've never had a 0. Now, somebody will ruin this, but it's a good 12 hours in, so it doesn't matter.
Sal and D'Amico Ryans have similar vibes, too. It's going to be just another one. That's, I bet you this time next year, the Titans win that poll question again.
Yeah, you might be right.
Not that they're going to get great, but the Titans are interested. I don't know about all this coach retreading. Did they not watch Ben Johnson and Liam Cohen
a lot of
come in with some new blood? I mean, if they're good coaches, why? Because by the way, the coach, Harbaugh, that's the other one.
Yeah.
Stefanski, now Saleh. I mean, it's just.
Oh, this is greatest comeback of all time. Guggen Danny, thank you. Armageddon. Bunch of misfits saved the world.
Yeah, I don't know.
That
about
is
that
a Cinderella story.
Yeah. Okay.
And one that you refuse to give credit to, and yet here you are screaming, "Little Giants, Little Giants."
No. I know.
It's time to
The difference is I don't think Little
give
Giants.
the proper.
I don't.
One of the great men in our country's history, Harry Stamper.
No, I don't. The difference is I don't think
statues of him adorn our nation's capital.
I don't think that Little Giants.
R.I.P. Harry.
R.I.P. was a documentary.
Any relationship to Ryan Stamper?
Yeah, no.
His cousin.
Yeah. Armageddon's a movie. These guys
Shout
think
out
it was
Rhino.
a documentary on Nat Geo. They think Harry Stamper's a person, not a character.
It was a person.
I don't know what to tell you.
Harry Stamper. Look him up.
Yeah, I will.
Whatever
happened to the Harry Stamper doll?
Just look.
Did Beef steal
it?
it?
Didn't make it to the.
Beef stole that one. I bet that feels like a Beef would live when he leaves.
Pocket
kinda
that thing.
move.
Yeah, this coming with me.
Yeah, that's a Beef. Beef is the most likely among the trio to play with toys.
Yeah, and he has children.
Yeah,
he had young children.
I don't think that the Petit Flay's ever seen that doll. I think Beef's got
it's
that
on
one.
his.
I think it's in the package on a shelf.
Like the 40-year-old virgins.
Yeah,
stuff.
in a package though. It's not even out. It's in the package.
Well, it loses its value if you take it out.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he'll ever sell it.
Might make money.
He's a hero to him. He, like you, is deluded that way.
Shout out Beef. This is the drill.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Duval and defense.
The ball is out. The ball is out.
Things in Jacksonville.
Another sack for this Jacksonville defense.
Things on 1010XL.
Hey, gang, Hicken here for my friends at Action Garage Door. If your garage door wakes up the family or slows things down or makes all kinds of weird noises, when upgrade to a quiet, smart opener from Action Garage Door Services. Man, it's so cool. You can operate it from your phone. You got all kinds of operations that you can do. Enjoy smooth, quiet, lock-in current pricing right now before the early year updates. And you can even make no payments for 6 months with approved credit. Start the year smooth and quiet. How do you do it? It's real easy. Go to GarageDoor911.com. Look for the promo code, enter 1010XL. Get $50 off. GarageDoor911.com. Promo code 1010XL. Get you to Action Garage Door. Action Garage Door. Premium parts, premium people, and premium service.
Get ready for an unforgettable night of classic rock with legendary Queensryche vocalist Jeff Tate.
Performing the hit album Operation Mindcrime for the final time.
One night only, January 28th at Florida Theater. Timeless hits from the unmistakable voice of Jeff Tate. Get your tickets now at floridatheater.com.
Learn everything you need to know about the Jaguars on Duval Rundown. I'm Hayes Carlyon. Join me each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at 9:04. You can find Duval Rundown on all the social channels of 1010XL.
Driven by Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Westside.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Hey, poker players and sports fans. It's cold outside, but the action is hot inside. Turn game day into payday at Aces Sports Bar inside Best Bet St. Augustine. Catch all the playoff football and college basketball on our big screens and play your hand at the tables. Plus, score $100 for touchdowns during selected pro football games and $500 every 30 minutes at the table games. Get all the exciting details at bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Checkmate.
I'm Brendan Cecilia, founder of Checkmate Coatings.
And I'm Chester, the adorable chess man on the tracks.
There are two things you should ask yourself about your garage floor. How clean is it now, and how clean would you like it to be? A typical bare concrete floor doesn't just collect dirt, it makes dirt.
It is literally made of dirt.
As much as you sweep and mop, the dust and grit just never ends.
And drips from your car seep into the pores, staining the concrete forever.
A Checkmate multi-layer floor resists drips and stains. It comes in your choice of dozens of colors and sweeps up sparkling clean in just seconds.
No need to wear shoes in the garage and track dirt back in the house.
Gorgeous?
Check. Durable?
Check. Tidy enough to walk on wearing clean white socks? Checkmate.
Transforming your floors, making them great. Checkmate.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com. That's checkmatecoatings.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Hit it.
All right, we got sports concepts and rationalizations at the end of the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. E calls it Razzle Dazzle. E?
I got a pair of tickets to go see Jeff Tate, the final chapter tour. That's going down at the Florida Theater. I believe it's June 28th. One lucky winner will get a chance to win those tickets at the end of the 10-minute drill.
I don't want to argue about this all day, but I've been told by the Googans that a spaceport in Midland, Texas is named after Harry Stamper. So, I mean, it's just... It is what it is. It's real, and I wish you would see it that way instead of being such a prude about him. I don't know what the Stamper family did to you. I don't know what has caused you to have such animosity towards a great American hero.
No, we have a lot of backseatigans, and I don't want little Joey going to his third grade classroom one morning and arguing with his teacher that Harry Stamper saved the world.
Let me tell you something. If little Joey backs Harry Stamper, I will personally come in and give the entire class a lesson on the greatness of a great American hero.
I don't know how they come up with
Harry Stamper and Oscar.
I don't know how they come up with this stat, but it's called talent composition. I suppose it has to do with your recruiting stars and your transfer portal additions.
Okay.
And this speaks to why Indiana was 150-1 to win it all when the season began. But according to this is by the way, hold on.
Bless you. Oh, dear.
Bless you.
We got something happening over there.
Thank you, buddy. According to whoever puts together this might not be good for the talent composition boys.
Yeah.
But in the talent composition rankings when the season began, Indiana was 72nd.
Yeah.
Cincinnati was 73rd. Wake Forest was 74.
Yeah.
And the only Power 4 teams that had a talent composition lower than the Hoosiers were Oregon State, Oklahoma State, Rutgers, and BC.
Yeah, well, that's poor on that publication's part, and I'll tell you why, and I understand it.
Because you
but
knew
they
Mendoza
missed,
was
but
good at Cal?
No, I've watched Indiana for 3 games, this whole postseason. Those wide receivers are ballers, man.
But they say like Becker was like special teams till 6 weeks ago, and now the guy catches everything.
He's unbelievable. The Cooper kid, the Surratt kid, and the Becker kid, I think all play in the NFL. I think those guys all can play. But that linebacker who never comes off the field, who sat there and saw the slant and reached out and tipped it away, damn.
See, to me,
the guys in the trenches, they got the all Big Ten offensive, and I jumped off sides, but the all Big Ten offensive lineman of the year, the center from Notre Dame can play. I mean, they went toe-to-toe with Miami. The Miami's D-line, which is as good as anybody's.
This stat could be telling you, though, that this is
that little number 5 Pons kid.
Yeah, the DB.
Oh, my God.
This stat, though, could be telling you, could be magnifying, could be emphasizing, screaming again how unbelievably impressive Kurt Signetti is, only because in the now those guys are that.
Boy, developed
in the preseason, they say they're 72nd.
You think the running backs are good?
Yeah, they're good.
They're good.
Yeah, I've already looked at what Indiana's coming in. They'll get that Josh Hoover from TCU. I saw their preseason number 1 in the way too early. I would doubt they'd win it again. Although I will say right now, the best coach in football now is Kurt Signetti.
Yeah.
At all levels.
Yeah.
With all due respect. Now, I'm not saying he can win the Super Bowl. Right. I'm saying of dudes that are going out with a clipboard these days, that guy's top of the chart.
Miami's driving on the last drive. Signetti calls timeout, gathers the boys over, next play, pick. I don't know. He settled them down, coached them up. I don't know. I was sitting there going, why are you burning these timeouts? You're might need these at the end on the drive. 2 big hunches on 4th down, back shoulder throw to the Becker kid, great catch. And then the quarterback draw, great call. Everything he did this year turned to gold. He had one of those years, though. He could do no wrong as a coach. But overall, to go 27-2 there, and again, let's talk about who he knocked off on the road to the Natty. Yeah, I mean, you have to play them all, and he played them all, and they beat them all. And Mendoza becomes the 10th quarterback, I believe, to win the Heisman and the Natty. Care to take a little venture on some of those boys?
Okay.
Jeffrey?
Well, Werfel.
Heisman and a Natty?
Yeah, Heisman and Natty quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So.
Werfel
is correct.
Burrow.
Joseph Burrow.
Burrow is correct.
Vince Young?
Heisman.
Yeah, he didn't
He
win
didn't
the
win
Heisman.
it? Oh, that's Reggie Bush.
Matt Leinart won the Heisman.
Matt Leinart is correct.
And the all right, hold on. Gino Toretto won the Heisman and the Natty. Didn't he?
No.
I thought Gino Toretto was. Oh, he wasn't a Heisman. They didn't win the Natty.
They lost to Bama.
Oh, that was that game. Okay. All right. We got some more recent ones. Who am I leaving
We
out?
got 2 from the same school right down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Timmy?
Yeah. No. It's over in Tallahassee. Winky did it, and
Jameis.
Charlie did it. And Jameson. And Jameis.
No Winky.
Winky didn't win the Heisman.
They lost to Oklahoma.
Oh, that's right. He did win the Heisman, though, didn't he? Yeah. It just did
Winston and Charlie.
Yeah, Winston and Charlie.
Charlie.
That's the interesting thing about both Florida and Florida State. The only national titles they've
It's
won.
the same year,
have had quarterback.
So Tebow doesn't get, because Tebow won the Heisman, they didn't win the Natty.
Right. But it's
Mendoza, Burrow, Winston, Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Matt Leinart, Danny Werfel, Charlie Ward, and then old guys, Lou Jack,
Jay Berwanger,
Bertelli, and O'Brien, the Davey O'Brien Award, TCU.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty good.
This is what you guys have. This is the kind of tomfoolery I'm talking about.
Okay.
It's from Guggen Danny, who I consider one of my best strong arm friends. And if I ever needed anything, if I ever needed a bodyguard, I'd bring Guggen Danny in. And he would just handle things just as nice. And he's the one that's probably look you in the eyes and smile at you while he shows you your heart. If he had to, he'd be way. It'd take him a while to get there.
Yeah, he's got our back.
But he would. But he has texted this. I love Jeff, but the blasphemy is getting ridiculous about Harry.
That's right.
You have managed to sway an otherwise intelligent, rational human being.
Guggen Danny is a man of the people. He's hard scrabble.
Yeah.
He is he's everyone's favorite, and he deserves only love from the drill. Only love from the drill. Midland, Texas, by the way, is also where the great landman Tommy Norris hails. So
okay,
yeah.
Midland is a great starter market for all the aspiring sports journalist grads.
I believe Stuart Weber started in Midland.
Did he? I got a good buddy, Mike Atkins, once fainted on the air in Midland. Remember that video I showed you?
Yeah.
It's like they were doing like these Jerry Lewis, like he's the big dude. We've been out of school for 15 years, and he has grown into. He started sports. He's the main anchor in Midland. You know, he's the big fish in the little pond, and they're doing the Jerry Lewis telethon. You're old enough to remember those? They used to on Labor Day. They do a Jerry. It was for multiple sclerosis, wasn't it? Which is what Fernando Mendoza's.
Muscular dystrophy.
Muscular dystrophy. That's right. So, so what they would do is Jerry Lewis would do a 24-hour telethon, but all the local stations that were carrying it. I feel like every network carried it at times.
I think we did it a couple
on
times.
every channel, I felt like, but maybe. So anyway.
We'd get the overnight shifty.
So
hey,
that's right. Yeah.
What's up?
Right. So he is doing that out in Midland, and he's had a bunch of, he's in the middle of an interview, and just the eyes flutter, and just boom, out.
Dang.
His face, just like that.
He go
out
down.
like a light.
Shout out.
Shout out Mike
641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. Tell them what they're going to win.
I got a pair of tickets to see Jeff Tate, the final chapter
Jeff
tour.
Tate.
That's right, at the Florida Theater. One lucky winner can win a pair of tickets right now. Holla at your boy at 1010.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Get a healthy start in 2026. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to help you get healthy and stay healthy all year long. Our dedicated team is committed to providing high-quality care and trusted public health services for our community. Our mission is simple: to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Learn more about our programs and services by visiting duval.floridahealth.gov.
Selling your home does not have to be a hassle. It does not have to be hard. In fact, it can be real easy when you turn to my friends Chad and Sandy. Call Chad and Sandy, the only agents I would call to sell my home. It boils down to this, and I'll give you some of the other particulars, but bottom line, your home sold guaranteed, or they will buy it. So take this down, ChadandSandy.com. Jacksonville homes are selling, but you don't want to take months and get a low price. Getting top price means aggressive marketing. Chad and Sandy Newman, the Jacksonville experts. Proven systems. They will drive demand into selling your home. Whether you need to sell now, whether you want max price, buying or selling, fast or max cash, Chad and Sandy have the proven plan guaranteed. Local real estate experts we trust, no required costly repairs. Pick your move date. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Don't wait any longer. Make that call today to 904-414-6200.
Frank Frangie, did you know that individuals over age 60 have great results on Awaken 180? See how you could drop weight and get off your medications in just 3 months with Awaken 180's Golden Program. Visit Awaken180weightloss.com.
Ghost. Skeletor World Tour 2026. Ghost. Theatrical. Arena Rock. January 22nd, Five-Star Veterans Memorial Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Ghost. Don't miss Ghost.
Don't wait for leaks to tell you it's time. Start the new year with a roof built to last from Romano Brothers Roofing, serving Jacksonville for over 45 years. Their family-owned team handles repairs, full replacements, and residential or commercial installs, including durable metal roofs. They even do remodels and additions. Call 904-246-5649 or visit RomanoBrothersRoofing.com for a free estimate. License number CCC 1328893.
This is Frank Frangie for the farm in Okefenokee. Can you imagine owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Imagine enjoying fresh produce from the garden, fruit from the orchard, meats from the smokehouse. Every meal is a true farm-to-table experience all year long. Belong to a place where your family can choose nature over screens, spending their days feeding animals, picking berries, and fishing in the farm's pond. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Do you want to grow your career with a company that's committed to growing with you? Florida Home AC has aggressive plans to double their workforce, and they're looking for determined, resourceful people with initiative. Just log on to floridahomeac.com/careers to find out more.
New and pre-owned firearms are in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimber, Smith & Wesson, 6 Hour, Beretta. No lines, no hassle. Only at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
This is the home of the Florida Gators. Get your Gators hoops on 1010XL. Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah, Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville, and Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors. 1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, welcome back. Got an interesting little Daily's Double Take brought to you by our friends at The Dash. You ready? Indiana's the first new national title winner in college football since
the Gators.
Since the Gators in 1996.
29 years. It's over. We no longer hold it.
Everyone who has won since Florida '96 has been a program that has won in its past.
I think the fun thing about Indiana winning it is like now when I look at the way too early top 25 for next year, who knows? Where was Indiana last year on the way too early top 25? I know they weren't one. Now, they might have been ranked because they only lost 2 the year previous.
But the better question, where were they 2 years ago? Because you look at Florida with John Summerall coming in, and there's no excuses to not be dominant in 2 years. This guy has eliminated every excuse if you're run right. But I think his coaching, I still don't think we're giving credit. This guy's doing something different, coaching his guys, too.
Mm-hmm. Who, Cignetti?
Yes. It's not exotic. He's not running reverses, but that dude is, chessing these checker players.
Well, they're very, I was shocked when they made the mistake of jumping off sides because they're fundamentally sound. But Indiana's the number one, way too early top 25. But then you get a lot of the regulars. Texas, remember they added Cam Coleman, and probably Arch's last year. Notre Dame is third. Georgia is fourth. Oregon is fifth. Ohio State is sixth. Texas Tech, welcome to the party. They bought.
They went at the quarterback.
Miami's going to get the Mensa kid. They lose a lot, but if they get the Mensa kid,
it's an important year for Miami to go win the ACC. They didn't even do that this year.
Ole Miss is 9.
You forget how much Miami sweated Selection Day.
Yeah,
I mean, they half the world thought they weren't getting in.
Yeah, and you will not find the Gators in the ESPN way.
Oh, of course not. They're 4-8.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter. You would not have found Indiana in last year's ESPN Top 75.
Correct.
Before Curt Cignetti's first year there, when Tom Allen had just thrown you 7 losing seasons in 8 years. I remember in my mind, because it got such fanfare, I remember Indiana having a really good year with Tom Allen. I went back and looked. Their max best year was 8-5, and the rest were losing campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the rags to riches of this thing is unbelievable.
But, yeah, and again, to add to the storyline, obviously, the Cuban quarterback from Miami who lives a mile or two from the campus and wanted to be a Cane and got no offers except to Yale. I think Yale took him.
Miami gave him, he said in the postgame, a preferred walk-on, and he went. He went
I thought he said they wouldn't even give him a preferred.
Oh, I thought
Maybe
he said they did. Yeah, I thought he said.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. By the way, we gave his dad a huge upgrade earlier in the week and suggesting he played football there. I heard last night he was a crew member at Miami. He wasn't an athlete.
At Columbus?
He didn't play.
Yeah.
No, at Miami, at the U.
Oh, at the U.
Yeah, he rode crew. His wife was a tennis player. Fernando's mom was a tennis player at Miami. But
I didn't know.
I knew he was Cristobal also Columbus?
Yes.
So they did go to high school together. They just were.
Well, they said they played football together, and then it looked like it said on the graphic 82 and 87 graduates. Well, if they 82 and 87, they didn't play football together.
No, I think I saw their years were only one apart.
Is that what it was?
Maybe it was 82 and 83. Could you have misread the 7?
I could have misread.
I think that's what happened. No, I saw they were 1 year apart.
Yeah.
Whatever I saw. I don't know if it's the same graphic you saw, if they misdid it or if you saw it, but and you know what too? Cignetti looks like an Incredibles villain.
Yes.
He looks like a car. He looks like a.
He's got that stare.
He's got a cartoon villain look to him from Toy Story or somewhere. He's just kind of.
You talk about
one eyebrow kind of goes up. He's got that. That look.
You talk about schools and not being far off, and Florida comes in with hope now with a new coach, just like Penn State. Penn State, you remember, lost to Indiana by 3 points at home.
Yeah.
So they're not as far.
They also barely lost to Oregon.
And the year before, they lost to Ohio State by a score. And the year before that, they lost to Michigan close. So Penn State, with the right guy, maybe they go over the top.
There's James Franklin, Sean McDermott vibes.
Yeah.
Both guys were good, like very good, exceptional, but bridesmaids always.
Yeah.
And probably they're about the same amount of time, I bet, James Franklin and Sean McDermott.
Yeah.
McDermott is the only one of these guys that I wonder, are they doing the right thing?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like having a day to marinate on it. I think it's a big mistake. I did catch this, though. This was good. At the Australian Open?
87-88.
It was 87-88?
Not 82-88.
Thank you. Thank you, Googans. I can't see. Australian Open, Kim Pegula won her match, okay? And as she's leaving, they always, how they always sign the camera now?
Yeah.
They autograph the camera.
Oh,
lens.
that's a tennis. Is that where it's
tennis?
Tennis, yeah.
She wrote, it was a catch. And the announcer had no idea what she was talking about. Well, her parents are the owners of the Buffalo Bills.
Oh.
She's a professional tennis player.
She went to the finals, I think, of the Australia last year. Yeah.
So, well, she's been
she's been to a final.
Has not won a Grand
London,
Slam.
one of the Grand Slams, she was the finalist.
But one of the top 10 players in the world.
Yeah,
on the ladies'
she's
side.
aging out, but yeah.
Kim Pagula. So it was a catch.
Did y'all see that Joe Burrow? He came out and made a statement on that.
No.
He says catch also?
He said, he's like, just.
The biggest criticism they're taking, they didn't take a little longer to look at.
They definitely should have. But to sum up what Joe Burrow said, he was like, I'm flabbergasted by the amount of people who don't know what a catch is and this and that and the third. To set the record straight, both the referees got it right in both situations.
That's what I thought too.
That's what.
Well, I thought so, but again,
Joe,
I will understand.
You're part of the problem, Joe.
Okay.
Go puff your cigar, contemplate your
Gonna come on
life,
Joe Burrow, because he disagrees with him,
and shut the hell up.
Dang.
Because you know why? Because it's a very debatable. I'm not flabbergasted. You're not.
He's taking it
there
personal.
there are other football players who absolutely think it's a catch. So let's get Joe and whomever on to debate this. And by the way, the ones who think it's a catch, I don't know, like T.O. or whatever, their job was to catch the ball their whole careers. So, Joe, while you're throwing it, let's see what they have to say. Anyway, it is what it is. And then you need to focus on getting into the playoffs with Zach and Press.
We also, the Signetti family, don't forget, because we talked about this before. Frank Signetti was a guy that I knew. In fact, I thought, because your generations bleed. But I think Frank Signetti, he coached Cincinnati, I think. But I think he was also the coach at West Virginia right before I moved to West Virginia, right before Don Nehlen took over.
Well,
is that where Frank Signetti was?
Kurt Signetti.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went to Florida in 1980. I graduated high school in 81. So I started Florida in 81. So I believe it's December of 81. The Florida Gators were in the Peach Bowl.
Yeah.
Against West Virginia.
Right.
At Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta.
Okay.
And Oliver Luck, who's Andrew Luck's dad.
That's right.
Was the starting quarterback.
And a good player.
And the backup quarterback on that team was Kurt Signetti.
His dad was probably the coach or had just been the coach.
Yeah.
I think Frank Signetti was that coach, because I don't think Nehlen came until like 80.
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, that would have been Nehlen, right?
I don't know.
Right, because, I lived in West Virginia, and then I moved to Puerto Rico. That was still Don Nehlen, yeah. That was Don Nehlen. But he replaced Signetti, who probably brought in his son, Kurt Signetti, as the
one of the other great stories about Signetti.
He's also coached for Saban. He was on Saban's first Bama staff.
Yeah. I don't think Saban likes him.
I could see that. He comes across as odd and arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
But
West Virginia won that game 26-6. It was muddy and cold. And, So anyway, the other thing, the most amazing thing to me about Signetti, though, is that they missed on him. They missed on him all these years, bro. But this guy was out there as a coach, as and he won everywhere he went. Google me, and they missed on him.
But I will say this, though, I've been, when he said Google me. Look, he was a good coach, but it's not like he was going 16-0 everywhere. And he didn't win a natty at the lower level. He went deep. He played in championship games. But whether it was IUP and D3, or all the way up to James Madison and FCS, I mean, he had good years. He went to a title appearance and lost to North Dakota State.
Bro, there are many coaches who have done far.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, he is by far his most successful at Indiana.
Yeah, but I mean, he won everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
He went to IUP and he built
I thought he won
up.
natties. All I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm not taking away from what he did. But when he said I win, Google me, I was expecting to see like D3 titles.
Well, he lost.
His best year was these 2 years, or his two best years as a coach. Win loss, no matter where he's been. I couldn't
14-2 and 12-2 at James Madison.
Yeah, it was very good. And by the way, this team has a nucleus of 4 or 5 James Madison guys.
Oh yeah,
yeah. The guy who blocked the punt was a James Madison guy.
Yeah,
that was a big play, as it turns out. That touchdown's a difference.
That was Malachi Tony. It was on a punt where it was a punt or a kick where he fielded it inside of the 5.
Yeah, that was dumb too.
And ultimately they blocked
They did that, but you know what? Indiana did that too early. They also called a fair catch to the 5.
You can't. Malachi Tony is a hell of a
dog.
Player. Yeah,
dog.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, that's a good start for whoever's coming back. All right, we're heavy here. Let's take a timeout.
We got Freddie T coming up. We got a lot to do today. We got Lockett Law High School report. We got brunch with the tour. It's all coming your way.
All right.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Take Jacksonville with you.
There's no place like home.
Listen to 1010XL away from home.
Oh, but anyway, Toto, we're home. Home.
Download the 1010XL and XL 92.5 FM apps for free on Apple and Android devices.
Hey, I can hear from my friends at Beaches Dermatology for all your skincare needs, skincare products. It's Beaches Dermatology. You want to talk about products, man. I had a hydrofacial over there. Woo, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you strongly. You want to talk about relaxing. You want to talk about leaving there feeling great. Man, it's like a massage to your face it's incredible. So anyway, can't say enough good things about the fine folks off Solano Road. Shout out to all the folks over there. Appreciate all of them. Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, been there a long time. Dr. Fader, do the Mohs surgery. If something shows up on your skin, do not wait. Go to beachesdermatology.com, beachesdermatology.com. Go get it checked out. Pick the location that best serves you, and you'll be glad you did. And remember, protect yourself from the sun. That's what Beaches Dermatology wants you to know the most. So take precautions when you're out there for long periods of time. For all your skincare needs and products, it's Beaches Dermatology.
Frank Frangie here. This month marks a big milestone for Nimnicht Buick GMC. 85 years of serving Jacksonville. Since 1941, Nimnicht's been more than a dealership. It's been part of the community. 4 generations of families, thousands of vehicles sold, and a reputation built on doing things the right way. When you hear nobody but Nimnicht, that's 85 years of trust behind it. If you bought a car from Nimnicht, serviced one, or participated in one of our causes, you're part of the legacy. Stop by and see the folks at Nimnicht today, because this milestone belongs to Jacksonville too. GMC, we are professional grade.
It's the Happy Renewal Year sale at Renewal by Anderson. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. But this offer expires January 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Don't miss the Bari Breakdown with Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays around 1:35 for the latest in sports injuries from all the big names in the game. Who's MIA, who's coming back? Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime, Wednesdays at 1:35 on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. When you need a trailer hitch, gooseneck, or RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We've been doing it for 55 years, and customer service is our #1 priority. Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law.
The doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists have resolved my hip and foot issues, and I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. This is Garrett Scantley, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is David Garrard. Following my knee surgeries and recovery, I'm continuing to feel great and would recommend Southeast Orthopedic to anyone who's experiencing orthopedic pain.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Ready to race Jacksonville? Indoor racing anytime at K1 Speed. Fast electric karts, real competition, and family fun. Buy 2 races, get 1 free every Tuesday. Cruise over to K1 Speed Jacksonville today. Your top destination for indoor racing.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the chairman of Underwoods. With Christmas behind us in 2026 here, the last thing you want to hear is somebody trying to sell you something. That's why at Underwoods, we'd like to stop and just say thank you to all the people that came in our stores over the last year. Whether you bought from us or not, we want to thank you for coming in and giving us the chance to help. You see, in North Florida, there are a lot of people trying to sell you jewelry, but at Underwoods, we consider it an honor for somebody to come in and just give us that chance to help. And if we do a good job, we might get a chance to serve again. Having served North Florida since 1928, all of us here understand what a customer really gives us during that visit to Underwoods, their trust. And it's up to us to do everything we can to keep it. So on behalf of everybody on the Underwood team, thanks again for coming into our stores, and we wish each of you a Happy New Year.
A new year is the perfect time to finally get organized. Hey, this is Lauren Brooks, and I love our closets from Closets by Design. They create custom storage systems designed around how you actually live. From closets and garages to home offices, entertainment centers, laundry rooms, and more. Beautiful, functional storage for any space, lifestyle, and budget. Start the new year strong with 40% off plus an extra 15% off, free installation, and 18-month special financing. Schedule your free in-home consultation. Call 904-878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
Special shout out, birthday wishes. The artist formerly known as the Boy King.
Oh.
21 today.
Okay.
All grown up.
I gave him the moniker, the Boy King, because it was about, I don't know,
It was always birthdays.
17 or 18 years ago, where it was like the Boy King of Palooza. I mean,
we call it Brooks-a-Palooza.
Brooks-a-Palooza. They did it was just one of those years where it was multiple showerings
on the birthdays.
Gifts and trips. And
kind of starts with the birthday party for the friends, then the family.
Yeah, then they're off to Disney. They were going to a game. So Brooks-a-Palooza and the Boy King. I hope, does he
it's all being Gainesville
does he recognize that I
believe so.
Gave him the name? That's good.
So.
Hey, Brooksy. Hennessy on me, my boy.
21 today. That's right. Didn't think about that. Yeah.
LeBron edition, baby.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, 21, all grown up, man. Man, life goes fast, doesn't it? Golly.
I guess he can have a beer with his big brother.
Yes, he can.
At some point.
Yes, he can. Welcome back to the program. Indiana, national champions. Unbelievable. Hey, offseason begins for the Jacksonville Jaguars, too, as we get ready for we got 3 football games left now. Conference championship games and the Super Bowl, and then that's all she wrote on this football season. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be an interesting offseason, and I think that in the end, the Jags will do some things that raise some eyebrows, but I think they're committed to what they want, what they see, what they feel is the best way to go. Very tough loss. You know how we talk about it? Times 10 that for the guys in the building in terms of the football people who really thought that, they could make some noise in this postseason and expected to beat Buffalo. And
we all did.
Yeah.
And I know they did. I know going into the game they expected.
So tough. It's not the best of times. It's a tough time.
Well, it's hard when it's hard when there are tentacles to it, but when you
you go watch Liam Cohen's final press conference, man. That day,
well, it's hard. You scored the game-winning touchdown with 4 minutes to go. You just got to get a stop. You play like we talked about in the press conference. Way back to training camp, you do your 4-minute offensive defense. You do your red zone, and they couldn't come through in either one of those.
Couldn't get it done. Couldn't get her done. So anyway, but you hope a winning culture, a solid foundation has been laid, and then you go to work and you trust in the guys in the front office who flipped it from 4-13 to 13-4, but now it gets hard. I mean, go ask Buffalo if it's hard.
And I will say this:
with the ultimate goal being to hoist the trophy, it's hard.
To your point of they may do some things that surprise you. James Gladstone comes from an organization that's aggressive, man.
Yeah.
The Rams were always pulling that. They did what?
Right.
And he's already been aggressive here from the draft day trade to the in-season move. So, yeah, they're going to be, whether they make personnel decisions, maybe it's a player you didn't think was going to be on the way out. But I tell you, the shock meter gets affected by that salary cap. And, when you're over the cap, that could lead you to maybe go in a different direction somewhere. If you were thinking about guys though that would surprise you if they went in another direction.
Yeah.
It would have to include a couple things. It's got to be a highly paid player.
Yeah.
And an impactful one, or it's not a surprise and no one cares.
Correct.
And there aren't many guys yet that we don't know about.
That's
we
right.
know ETN. We know that fit that mold.
Yeah. Stunning news today as the Jacksonville Jaguars deal Trevor Lawrence to Tampa for Baker Mayfield and a first-round pick.
that would be surprising. Yeah, I'm not going to admit. At the end of the day, the quarterback played well enough in that second half.
Played very well.
Has established himself around the league now.
Very well.
If you look at now, the quarterback, man, it's so fluid, isn't it? But I looked at a couple of quarterback rankings.
Oh man,
and he's like
changed.
7-1,
God.
5 in another, 10 in another. It's going to be real.
Oh, he's back up there.
Yeah, it's going to be real important early next year to keep that momentum.
No, you think about guys like C.J. Stroud. The shine's off C.J. Stroud now, right? I mean, it's two years of.
There's only 3 or 4 quarterbacks that are up there, and they don't get punished with bad stretches or
Like
even a
if
bad
you go
year.
back to like September and you start talking about, well, who's even in the division? Oh, Daniel Jones. We had to sit there and pause and think about versus Trevor Lawrence. That's how good Daniel Jones was playing. And how Trevor was playing.
That's the bigger
It's true.
sample size. Yeah, you need that and again, at least it's not a point of concern, and it can't be if you're going to be any good. So that's one less thing to worry about this offseason. It feels like the possibility of a big, more earth-shattering move being made. It feels like fine-tuning is enough.
Yeah.
But this doesn't feel like there's a fine-tuning mindset to this group.
Yeah.
It feels like they're always going to be, big swinging.
As we head to break, I'd like to see you finally give 2 things about you that bother me today.
Okay, nice.
Your lack of respect for Harry Stamper.
That's for sure. That's ever going.
And my and the fact that I've discovered the SEC's hottest player and perhaps the SEC Player of the Year in Ruben Chinyelu, who is now your SEC Player of the Week. I'd like to see you give credit to me and Ruben.
It's Chinyelu, but I like Chinyelu fine. Stop painting me into a corner. Baby won't get painted into a corner. We'll come back with the 8 o'clock hour. You are immersed in this sugar show we
With
call
the
the
first
drill.
pick,
Brought to you.
the number 8 overall pick in the NBA draft.
Sure. Yeah.
The Milwaukee Bucks select Ruben Chinyelu.
No, that would be a Hawks move.
Center, Florida.
Cal and Trunk Accessories Tuesday on 1010XL.
It's my guy.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
From the backyard to the ball yard. Let's have a ball. 1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Low mortgage rates are back. Listen, Loan Pronto has fixed rate mortgages with APRs as low as 4.89%. It's the lowest in years. Hey, gang, Prosser here. Smart homeowners are taking advantage of this while they can. If you got stuck in a 6% loan, you can lower your payment big time. Or you can keep your primary mortgage intact, get cash out, equity with Loan Pronto's rapid equity loans. One homeowner just got $250,000 out of their home. They paid off all their credit cards, some car loans, and cut their monthly expense by $2,000. Call now. See what option works best for you, but don't miss this big rate drop of 2026. Ask about new home loans, VA loans, full cash out refis, or their famous rapid equity loan. You can close in less than 2 weeks. You may be able to skip your next 2 house payments altogether. Call 904-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com. No hard credit pull. 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. APR for well-qualified buyers. Visit
NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Be the first to discover the best new home community in beautiful Green Cove Springs. Highland Trail, where the rhythm of life slows down. Enjoy green spaces, luxury pools, pickleball courts, winding trails, and more at livehighlandtrail.com. Choose from 3 premium builders. just starting in the 300s.
Oh, at Highland Trail.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $3,600 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
We've all been there. You hear about an incredible event Monday morning, but it happens Sunday. Stop missing out. Jacksonville is the flip side of Florida, and we have the solution. From under-the-radar sporting events to the perfect family outing or date night, Visit Jacksonville is your all-access pass to the city. Plan your 2026 season at visitjacksonville.com/locals. visitjacksonville.com/locals. Or download the Visit Jacks app for the full lineup. See what you've been missing.
This is Hayes Carline for Island Wing Company. Great news, we have a new location. In addition to Southside, Durban, and Fleming Island, you can now enjoy your favorite wings at the brand new Tamaya location on Beach Boulevard. Another great spot offering the ultimate sports bar experience where you can stick to healthy options. Island Wing Company has a wide selection of fryer-free food. The wings are baked, not fried, and were voted best wings in Jacksonville in 2025 by Jacksonville Magazine. Round up your friends and get to Island Wing Company today.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Hall & Sons Plumbing. Miami's title bid ended agonizingly close as the Hurricanes pushed Indiana to the brink before a late turnover in the final minute swung the championship the Hoosiers' way. Big moves in the AFC East. The Dolphins are set to hire Packer defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley. Jag defensive coordinator Anthony Campanelli was one of the head coaching candidates interviewed. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:03, it's 36 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned because the Monday morning running back is next right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline, driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now, Dan and Jeff hand it off to our halfback.
Fred Taylor, every time he touches it, he's a candidate to go the distance.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins DUI defense firm on 1010XL.
Well, every day the disappointment gets a little bit less and less.
Does it?
It's still lingering, man.
A little bit lingering.
Especially the way it's opened up. We bring in our next esteemed guest. He joins us each and every week.
Legend.
The Tuesday morning running back. He's Freddie T, Fred Taylor. And now you talked last week about that sting of disappointment.
Yes.
You never know when you're going to get the next opportunity. But as we sit here, there are 4 teams standing. What's the biggest postseason storyline that's being left on you, Fred, as you look at the final 4 that are left here? I tell you what I was kind of thinking. It feels now that we've watched these playoffs to this point that when we look at the AFC, those 5 teams, the Broncos, the Bills, the Jags, the Texans, and the Patriots, they seem awfully similar. And you shake them up in a bag and let them match them up and throw them out, and somebody's going to beat the other by a score is what it feels like. But what about you, Fred?
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Fred.
There's been some pretty exciting games. Obviously, every game I watch, I kind of sit back. I can't help but wonder how the Jaguars would have performed against those opponents. I think that's just a natural, part of, 1, being a Jaguars fan, but 2, being a former player, knowing that you have to take full advantage of the opportunities presented. So I started to dig a little deeper. I went back to our 99 playoff game, just out of curiosity, because I didn't remember the entirety of the game, but there are some similarities. I have 119 yards rushing or 19 carries, and it's not about me. It's not, because that's neither here nor there. But a theme kind of popped out. I didn't remember that, and I hate to throw I'm not throwing Kyle Brady under the bus, but he had 2 fumbles, and he lost 2. Brunell had a fumble or 2 fumbles. I think it was 2 fumbles, and he lost 1. Then he had 2 interceptions. So that put us at, we were somewhere like a +2 in the turnover category. And by this chart, if you +1 increases your chance of winning 70%. On the flip side, -1 increases your odds for losing by 70%. -2 is by 84%, and -3 is by 90%. -4, you don't win the game. So fast forward back to present day, looking at the Jaguars, who were +1 versus the Bills, lost the game. Look at the Bills game versus Denver. They lost the game. They were negative odds in that matchup. You look at Green Bay, they were -6 in turnovers. The Rams, Panthers, Rams were +1, they won. So what I'm saying is, if you watch these playoff games, including the national championship game last night, the teams that turned the ball over, if you're in a plus category of turnovers, you lost the game.
Yeah. There's no
The margin for error shrinks.
It does.
You don't win.
It does. So with that said, before we talk a little Jags, who do you like in the last 4? Are you, because I tend to think the winner of the NFC game is going to win the Super Bowl, but who knows? But who do you like? Do you like Seattle? Do you like the Rams? Do you like Denver? Do you like New England? Who do you like?
I saw Charbonnet's out too.
Well,
That's a bad loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Denver losing Bo Nix, Denver having lost to the Jags in the fashion that they lost to the Jags, as tight of a game that they played versus the Bills. The Patriots just dominated the Texans. That offensive line for the Texans showed up and showed you who they've been for the past couple years. And the Patriots defensive front, what they're doing on offense, they're the most balanced team in the AFC. So I'm going to take the Patriots to win that game next week. And as far as the NFC, it's a bit more difficult for me. Both of those teams we saw in person. We saw the Rams in London, saw the Seahawks in Jacksonville. I'm going to go with experience. Although I like the Seahawks defensive line and what they're doing defensively, it's hard to count out Sean McVay. It's definitely harder to count out the quarterback there. I'm having a brain.
Matthew Stafford.
Matthew, yeah. Matthew Stafford is just amazing. Should be league MVP. Actually, we don't know who's going to be league MVP.
He might be.
I think he will be. Yeah.
But yeah, you never know, right? But I believe he should be. So long-winded, but I'm gonna go with the Rams. McVay is my homie. I love Sean McVay. I love what they've built. I love that even though they dismantled that team 3 years ago, about 3 or 4 years ago, he's back where a great coach belongs, and that's in the championship game. So I want to go with the Rams. It's kind of shaky there, but I think the Rams are going to make it, and they have an opportunity to take it if they do.
Fred, does the NFL have an officiating problem? And if they do, what's the solution as best you could come up with?
I think this time of year just magnifies everything, and then you sprinkle gambling on top of it. You know, those I know, right?
That's true.
Those once conspiracy theories, you know, that you just sort of threefold those conspiracies and the magnification of each call. One, especially if you're betting, and then you throw in social media on top of that. It's going to be on every turn you make. Those calls are going to be there. I actually thought there was a pass interference before it was a decision to make on who was the catcher in that Denver Buffalo game. I mean, if you go back and look at it, he was beat. The ball was slightly overthrown, and he yanked his jersey. But then if the refs are going to let him play, then you let him play on both ends. That's even the determining call that put Denver in position to win it at the end of the game. You hate to see teams lose that way. So, one, if you're going to determine you're going to let them play, which I thought they had determined, because they allowed Denver to get away with a few pass interferences. So I was like, okay, cool, I'm cool with that. Just let them play. But at the very end, that wasn't necessarily the case. So yeah, I mean, the calls are the calls. They're human. They're going to make some mistakes. They're going to miss some calls. That's just part of it. That there was a holding call, a push off in the Bears game. I mean, do you call it, or are you just going to let them play? So it's always been an officiating problem because they're not perfect.
Speaking of problems, do you think it's a problem or is it not? Or ultimately, but I see a guy like Sean McDermott get fired, 98-50. I see John Harbaugh get fired from Baltimore. I see pretty good coaches who are going to get
Tomlin forced out.
Yeah,
ultimately.
Mike Tomlin,
Too much
basically.
noise.
You know, I mean, what are your thoughts about these guys? Are you know, good football coaches, but you know, it's everything's magnified, I guess. I don't know. What are your thoughts about some of these big names getting let go?
It reminds me of Marty Schottenheimer being fired when he went 14-2.
14-2, yeah.
And he was fired after that season, and I definitely didn't understand. And that sort of kind of followed me. And anytime I see this happens, I go back to the Marty Schottenheimer firing, and I don't believe the Chargers. You have the curse of the Schottenheimer fire. And hopefully it happens for those other teams because we sure can use those playoff wins down in Jacksonville. So I'm wishing no success for those teams that prematurely fired their coach. I believe that those teams, they have a higher standard. They want to do more than just go as far as these teams have gone. If you look at McDermott, he gets to the playoffs, but he hasn't been able to push past the divisional round. Will that happen in Houston here shortly? Because the team, D'Amico Ryans, will that happen there? Because he hadn't got past the divisional round. Yes, he's done way more than Houston has done over the years, these past 3 years since he's been coach, but he hasn't gotten further. Mike T, no success in the playoffs in the past several years. And same thing with Harbaugh. Me, as an owner, I don't believe the grass is greener on the other side. I love consistency, and I know consistency sells. In the NFL, it'll continue to sell tickets, even the fan base, though. Sometimes they're spoiled, and they want to go further, and they were calling for Harbaugh firing there. I don't believe the other coaches were necessarily, Mike T, they were calling for Mike T to be fired as well in Pittsburgh. But McDermott, I think that's the biggest surprise of these coaches. But I don't know. I like consistency. I like good coaches. And you can see these coaches are landing on their feet very quickly because they're very good coaches.
I think McDermott is magnified because you got Josh Allen. To a degree, Harbaugh. When you have one of the best quarterbacks in the league and you're not winning, right? It's coach or quarterback. That's how we look at it, fairly or unfairly. So, with Tomlin, they never gave him a quarterback since Ben left. When he had Ben, he was fine. Anywho, let's move on. The Jags are a little bit over the cap, not enough to matter too much. What fine-tuning or more than fine-tuning would you do, Fred, if you looked at this roster and the future of this football team moving forward? What are some things that need to be tightened up this offseason?
I think I would say my immediate concern, and I don't know his contract situation right now, but just on the outside looking in, I believe my immediate concern would be securing Parker Washington. He's the biggest, playmaker on the team this entire season. Yes, Trevor did get a lot of love, and people have been waiting for Trevor to turn the corner and perform as he performed. You look at a lot of the catches and clutch plays that were made. It was Parker Washington in special teams as well as a receiver. So I would be paying attention there to see what we can do at that position. You also can throw in Travis Hunter in the equation, wondering how they're going to utilize him, or maybe they continue to do more of the same as he approaches year 2 I would also look at Travis Etienne contract situation, although that's not an extreme urgency because you have two cheaper rookie running backs who've shown they can play, and you would expect that they would only get better in year two in terms of awareness, being familiar with speed of the game, etc. So that sort of let's see if we can get it done, but it's not an urgency, I don't believe. I would look across the offensive line, see what the concerns are there, and as well as the defensive line. Obviously, you want to anchor in where you can, extend where you can. You don't want guys getting to a point where they're, unrestricted or free agent, and then they're going to be knocking on your door. So you knock on their doors before they knock on your door. Again, it's. I don't know the books.
Right.
I don't know, what the cap stands. That's when the part of football gets a little tricky, and that's where guys like Tony Baselli, James Gladstone, Walshy, the front office, Coach Cohen, they have to really put on their thinking caps and figure out how they can sort out the roster that best fits their philosophies and what they need and want to do going forward.
Last thing, Fred, before we let you go, I know you watched the game last night. You're the Las Vegas Raiders. Are you taking Fernando Mendoza as your quarterback?
I'm taking him today.
Yeah.
If I'm the Raiders, I'm taking him right now.
Okay.
That's been their biggest problem. Yes, they did re-sign Geno and his familiarity with Coach Pete Carroll. And, just looking at Mendoza, he's the total package. He reminds me a bit of Brady with his smarts, his intensity for the game. He's just a smart player. He's tough. As you can see, he took all of the punishment, the hits. He bounced back up. He never complains. He never calls out his players. You don't see any negative body language throughout the game, whether it's good or bad. He's just a winner, man, and this is just the college level,
right?
But by those standards and by what we've seen from him throughout the entirety of the season, he seems that he would be the number one pick. And if I'm the Raiders, I'll take a shot because, yes, Geno Smith is a veteran. He's aging out. We've seen that, and I love Geno. He's a Miami boy. I have a great relationship with his father. But, I think looking at, building a franchise, building your team around a potentially franchise quarterback is what these teams want to do. So, yeah, taking a shot, at least at the very minimum, when he gets there, he will have a true veteran leader in Geno that he can learn from if he doesn't go there and start right now. I think Geno is good enough where he can teach him how to be a pro, which will in turn make him better going forward.
Great stuff as always, Fred. We appreciate you so very much. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, my man.
All right, guys. See you soon.
Yes, sir. Have a good day. There he goes.
Taylor. Best in the business, man.
Nobody
Pleasure
better.
to watch, man. At both
Pleasure to
levels.
watch. Pleasure to talk to.
I have something for you before we go to break. I know we're going to come back to the high school spotlight, and then we're going to do brunch with the tour.
Yes, sir.
But I, like you, have been clicking on preseason top 25s. Still way too early. So I'm on SIs right now, and lo and behold, who do I see at number 20?
Gators.
Yeah. Florida Gators. How about Florida? By the way, which is 2 spots ahead of Penn State. A couple spots behind Ole Miss. Anyway, about Florida, they write, John Summerall may not take long to win over Gator fans, given his track record of making conference title games as a head coach, but he'll certainly have to earn it in year one in Gainesville with Texas, Georgia, Oklahoma, and Vandy on the docket. In addition to the rivalry game at FSU, there are question marks at quarterback, but 2 excellent new coordinators should be able to help the Gators take a step forward with the likes of Jaden Ball, Dallas Wilson, and Cormani McClain back on the field. Is that where we're at with Cormani McClain? Is that a game breaker?
Well, let's hope so.
Difference maker? Yeah, let's hope so. All right. We take a look at the prep scene, and we take a look at the pro golf scene. That's all coming up in the next 40 minutes or so. You are tuned into The Drill. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Ever wonder how Rick Ballou got hired at 1010XL?
I had a sales job where I was driving around a lot listening to talk radio. I started calling in, and then I realized I'm smarter than everybody else.
Evenings on 1010XL.
Happy New Year from Awaken 180 Weight Loss. It is 2026. Is this what you've been waiting for? Is the time now for you to drop the weight with Awaken 180 Weight Loss? Look, the time was right for me. I had to do something. I remember looking at myself in the mirror, just couldn't believe it, man. I was going down a bad path. Found out about the great folks of Awaken 180 Weight Loss, started talking with a coach, and instantly I knew that is exactly what I needed. Awaken 180 changed my life. I lost over 100 pounds. Guys, take it from somebody that lost triple digits on this program. It worked for me. It will work for you. No shots, no pills. You do it the natural way with the terrific coaching of Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Call 844-346-1800 or go to Awaken180weightloss.com and do what I did with Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
All right, listen, there's one thing I know about people. I know people, we all like to save money where we can, and particularly save a little cash at the pump, and you can do that when you become a new member of the Shell Fuel Rewards program. In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Here's the 1, 2, 3 offer. Save 10 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, 20 cents per gallon on your second, and then 30 cents per gallon on your third. Get everyday savings afterwards. At Shell, members get more rewards, savings, and special offers, so sign up for the Fuel Rewards program today. Offer valid through 12/31/26 at participating Shell locations. Must be redeemed within 60 days of registration. Limit 20 gallons. Restrictions do apply.
And that concludes the Joe C. Jack of All Trades show. Tune in next week where I'll be installing my own French drain.
Joe, wake up, man.
Hey, John, I must have dozed off.
We finished those projects you started.
Whoa, my seamless gutters are actually seamless.
And they're connected into underground PVC drain lines.
And my sprinklers. Wow, look at that coverage.
Next time, just call me first, Joe.
I will, but I ain't singing that song.
Clearwater irrigation
and drainage too.
For your chance to win tickets to Chris Stapleton and special guest Alan Stone, June 11th at ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena, text Chris to the text line built by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Here's hoping for a Raise the Roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense. Solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farrah doesn't flinch.
A home run! Touchdown! A monster jam! Good! Goal!
They make the plays on and off the field. Now get ready for the Lockett Law High School Report, brought to you by Lockett Law. Know before you blow.
I wear a mean dark pair of shades.
All right, welcome back. Time for the Lockett Law High School Report. We appreciate Lee Lockett and all that he does. We're talking hoops and we're talking basketball.
Shooters shoot, man. I like when shooters are in the studio.
Yeah. And we got Javion Davis. We're talking Jackson, by the way, the creme de la creme.
Yeah.
The standard in
Jacksonville
Duval.
high school basketball.
I think so.
That's fair.
I think
a lot of
through the
years.
Yeah.
A lot of legacy.
I think, right,
a lot
guys?
of success.
I mean,
you
it
feel
means
that
something-
over there?
Does it mean something to be a Jackson Tiger?
Yes, sir.
What's it mean?
A lot.
Yeah. All right.
Hard, play physical.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got Javion Davis, right?
Yes, sir.
Senior captain?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Scoring about 16 a game. And I love you, Javion, but I got King Sanders. First off, two things.
Yes.
Great name.
Thank you.
I love that. And it says here, now, again,
Your parents got to be confident when they name you king now.
You can
They're putting it
confirm
in front of
you
you.
can confirm or deny. It says 45% from 3. Is that about right?
Yes, sir.
Can you be in Gainesville tonight about 7? They're not quite hitting them at that pace.
I mean, I think we'll be okay without you tonight in the opening of the Gateway Conference. So let's get you down there. We'll go beat LSU.
Yes, sir.
Take some open looks.
Yes, sir.
Well, we'll get that for you. All right, tell me about your team, Javion. Tell me about the Jackson Tigers. 20-1 this year, my man.
We worked hard for it. We come in practice, we compete, we play hard, and we also stick together off the court as well.
Mhm.
We got a nice brotherhood.
Okay,
we all
good.
stay together. We all bond, and that's what it is.
King, are y'all like everybody that plays basketball now? Fast? Is that what we do?
Fast,
we just go.
physical.
And we go, right?
Yeah.
That's just about anybody having any success these days. Fast and physical.
Yeah. So we're already, gosh, it's amazing how fast this stuff goes, but we're already through the season. We're into the Gateway Conference. So, and obviously we have a lot of goals. Talk about what you guys want to accomplish this year.
Well, of course, the state title, that's
Mhm.
the first. But I just say winning.
Mhm.
If we keep it rolling, I feel like our confidence will just keep going up.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like basketball. It's a good year to be tuning because basketball in town seems pretty good, right? I mean, we got 3 or 4 or 5 programs around town that have hopes of playing late.
Yes, sir.
For one, it keeps you guys on your toes, I guess, from the whole peer pressure. I know it exists, and two, you get you're getting tested at least a little bit when it comes to your regular season game. So what's that process of kind of balancing those two things?
We just gotta stick together. Even when we get battle tested, we gotta know we gotta still come out and find a way to fight. Even though we had a couple games where we did get battle tested, but we still came out, pushed it, and we did deep. And that's really what it was. We gotta really dig deep in this type of season because we know our coach gonna schedule good games for us to play. So we gotta come out, play hard, and play together.
And that's a good point. Coach has scheduled some good games. Like you guys, I'm just looking at the schedule here, and you got to play. You played the Rock, and you played. And they won these games.
Gainesville.
Yeah, Mainland. So some good teams
Didn't
along.
Joel Embiid play at the Rock?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That was like the quietest superstar in your own backyard for all those years.
Yeah,
It's
Joel
crazy.
Embiid at the Rock. Godby and Leon, those are good teams, right? So those are great tune-ups for you guys as because the competition will continue to grow as you go along, right?
Yes,
King?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell me about
you remember the wins or the loss? Like if you sit here right now, what drives you? What comes
I know
to
what
mind?
Coach remembers.
Right?
I just got to look.
Yeah, they got one loss this year. A local team got you Impact, right?
It was definitely the loss because
definitely the loss.
we
Yeah.
was really supposed to be 21-0, but we had the one loss on our end, and we knew how bad we wanted to rock because preseason they got us real bad. So we all took it personal, and we all had to come out, play hard, and fight. And we knew it would be a dog fight, so we had to come to Gainesville and handle business.
Yeah.
The last college basketball team to go wire to wire, not lose a game?
Nah, I don't know.
Indiana in the 70s. Yeah. That's how hard it is. So
now football's done it, and apparently that's not hard at all.
Football's easy.
Just get a coach.
16
And 2 years later, you win it all.
You
apparently.
got a coach.
No pressure, coach. You guys are supposed to just win it all just right away.
Tell me about your coach.
He's a great coach, man.
Yeah.
He prepares very well with the game plans, with practice. We go real hard.
Mhm.
He gets on us in practice. He's hold everybody accountable. Even when we having bad games, he pick us up and tell us we got to tighten up. And he just always there for us, always motivating us and being there with us.
King, if you're on the wing and somebody's running down the floor, one of your teammates, who will give us the most on the Jackson roster? Who will give us the most electrifying slam dunk on the squad?
I would really have to go either Javion Davis or Terrell Mosley.
Okay. And what would you say, Javion, if I have a slam dunk competition between you and Mosley? We asked the tough questions here, Chief.
Yeah,
that's what we do.
Of course, I have to go myself.
Okay. All right. Of course you do.
Of course, I have to go myself.
Okay, what would be your signature slam dunk in a slam dunk competition? Have you ever thought of this?
Nah, we really don't got no.
Man, we hit
no
the
crazy
ceiling on
facts.
dunks, man. The dunks have lost their deal.
We don't do it anymore?
Yeah, I mean,
Nah, we don't got no crazy dunk
All right.
tactics. We just get the crowd lit, get a little.
Yeah.
Like it.
Well, listen, congratulations, man. It's fun to be 20-1, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's
Y'all
keep
keep
it
up the
going,
good work.
though. Let's go get us a state championship, and we're real proud of the Jackson Tigers and Coach and all the good things that you guys are doing. Continued success.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, man.
The Lockett Law High Score Report. Know before you blow. Back with talk some golf next, right here on The Drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your national builder of the year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% and homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
When you're faced with damage in your home from water, fire, or mold, you need a team with the expertise to fix it right.
Rest-A-Pros!
A locally owned, nationally backed franchise that's here to help you when you need them. A team that does it right the first time.
Rest-A-Pros!
Remember, you don't have to use the insurance company's preferred contractors. Get it done right by a licensed professional you can trust. Call 904-201-9151 or go to RestaProsAnyFlorida.com. That's RestaProsAnyFlorida.com.
Rest-A-Pros!
Spend an evening with James Taylor and his all-star band. The music icon is back on tour. September 22nd and 23rd, St. Augustine Amphitheater. The multiple Grammy Award-winning James Taylor and a night full of his biggest hits. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com. Spend the night with a friend. James Taylor.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just the job, but an experienced, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Be the first to discover the best new home community in beautiful Green Cove Springs. Highland Trail, where the rhythm of life slows down. Enjoy green spaces, luxury pools, pickleball courts, winding trails, and more at livehighlandtrail.com. Choose from 3 premium builders, just starting in the 300s.
Oh, at Highland Trail.
It may be winter in Northeast Florida, but it's one of the most important times to protect your lawn. Prosser here for Julington Creek Pest Control. Their winterizer strengthens roots and improves cold tolerance. Pre-emergent treatments stop spring weeds before they ever start. What that means is you set the stage for a thicker, greener lawn when spring arrives. Call today to schedule your winter lawn treatment with Julington Creek Pest Control. Our family serving yours since 1984.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, brunch with the tour, brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation and Drainage too.
On 1010XL.
Yes, sir.
Back for week 2, baby.
Stuart Moore in the lead out of the gates. Congratulations.
Thank you. And
not messing around this year, huh?
I would like to say that I saw a coworker in the cafe last week who said, my husband thinks you're hilarious and loves listening to you on the radio, and it's pretty special.
Kind of a humble brag right out of the gate there. I mean, my guy just took a victory lap before.
God almighty. Yeah.
Won by me.
Well, good. I'm glad I'm glad that made you feel good.
I got here a little bit early.
Imagine being Dan Hicken and walking around town all day.
Oh,
Just be walking on air.
Can't even imagine that. I made eye contact with Prosser when I walked in. He said, "Settle down. We got the high school kids first."
Yeah,
So,
something like that. something to that effect. I got to admit, when it comes to doing a brunch with a tour program following a PGA Tour win, I may have just logged the fewest minutes watching. It's tough against the playoffs with that late start, especially.
Yeah.
I think if you had the middle of the day start, you'd have better luck.
I saw on Sunday the leaders were teeing off at 6:05.
Yeah, it's tough.
I was like, ooh, that's going to be tough.
Well, that's I mean, nothing official here, but if you read the tea leaves for the the future of the PGA Tour, we are looking at maybe starting this after the NFL is complete.
That's a good idea. And I like and by the way, I'm not opposed to the later start. I think it's a good idea on the weekend. I like having Saturday night golf on that part, but when you're going head to head with the NFL playoffs and earlier the college football playoffs,
right.
That's hard to do.
Well,
but
you saw that for a few years with the Farmers Insurance Open ending on Saturday, and part of that was Jim Nance is broadcasting on Sunday, but let's not compete with the with the gorilla in the room. But
Goddard he's followed up. It was last year's when he had his year, right? Didn't he win back to back?
He won Myrtle Beach in 24, and then he won the Scottish Open in 25. So now he's won 3 straight years.
And then didn't he contend maybe at a major? He was
British,
right
after the Scottish.
Yep, 17th in the world now. And this is the kid that came out, top player in college. He started at Rutgers, Jersey kid, went to Oklahoma, won the Haskins Award, won the Nicholas Award, and he's got the, he doesn't fasten his glove all the way because he likes.
Did he play with Dalkey a little bit? Brad Dalkey? Did he play with Dalkey at Oklahoma?
Did he overlap with? Look at you, YouTube guy. I mean, name dropper.
Just got a question.
But this guy's just a baller. We saw on TGL with him hitting those stingers, and he's just, he just thumps the ball. And he was
on that first TGL broadcast
that
I saw.
Got a great field swing.
TGL, it would help themselves if they could settle into some consistency. It's maddening. Like
knowing
they'll be at 2:00 on a Saturday, then they'll be at 3:00 on a Sunday, then they'll be at 5:30 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. There's they need to put that in like Monday, Thursday night or something.
Chris Reimer taking strays early on a Tuesday.
I'm just telling you, I'm trying to help. It's not a stray. I know you have nothing to do with it. Big haughty PGA Tour. You don't.
We talked
techno stuff.
We talked about Goddard last year when he got hot, thinking about Ryder Cup.
Yeah,
he looks like a Ryder Cupper to me.
Yeah, well,
he looks like he's got a little toughness,
got a little moxie.
Some of our boys don't seem to.
I'm going to draw a comparison, and you're going to probably agree, but he's got a little bit of that Brooks in him.
Yeah,
like don't give a what. And so when it comes to the President's Cup this year, the Ryder Cup the following year, I mean that's going to be.
I think that's a kid I think that's a kid. Now he's also. We were looking this up at TV the other day, and he said he did it. He said he shot. When he was in college, and Jeff doesn't believe this, he shot 100 at the Slammer and the Squire.
That's right. They
3
came down
straight
here to practice.
Rounds,
yeah.
He said.
Lost it. I'm telling you, man. Listen, I wasn't there. He has backed that up. But that is, you play enough golf. That has got to be the driver.
It's hard for me to shoot 100, and I'm an 8. 100.
Oh, humble brag.
No, that is not. That's an indication of a guy who's playing college golf. Didn't break 103 rounds in a row. I feel like next year it's going to be 7 rounds in a row. That's what I'm feeling like.
I've never played Slammer and Squire, oddly enough.
Can't shoot 100
Is it OB left and right every hole?
Oh, no.
I'm just saying if you've got the driver yips and you're
if
just ripping it off
if you hit it out of bounds on every hole, 14 holes in a row, that could happen. But it'd almost take that.
That's pretty nuts, man.
But yeah, that's incredible.
You could sell me on like 88 for a top college player just kind of losing it one day. When you hit triple digits.
I also read that he just moved to Florida.
Oh.
So he's down here now, living down here, as opposed to staying where was it, Oklahoma?
Down in like Ponte Vedra?
I think he went to Jupiter.
Oh, yeah.
Where they all go.
He's not doing the Ludwig Nakati train, is he?
I don't think he's on the Ludwig.
I love Ludwig. He comes, he doesn't even live out where the golfers are. I'm just going to get a place over here and,
Ludwig.
Stonewood. Or
I think that was the fiance being like, I like this house. We're getting this one.
Good for Ludwig.
Girlfriend or whatever she is.
Ludwig's in the field this week. We got a big boy field.
Big boy
field.
Field.
What kind of, this is another, what kind of schedule are we looking at here? This is out west. Will they try and get it in before the playoffs? Do you not worry about it? How does it work?
No, it'll play like a normal time.
It'll be like
on
last
Sunday.
week
Yeah,
almost?
Yeah, it won't be like nighttime golf, but it'll finish around.
This is the hope, right?
This is the old hope, and listen,
Got to
man,
go low, right?
You got to go low,
Yeah.
and kudos to Amex because I think this event, it was like career builder. It kind of fluttered out there for a little bit, but now Amex has come in, major company, like major concerts all week, and they've cut the pro-am is done after Saturday, so Sunday it's just mano a mano. Let's go win a golf
Is this
tournament.
the same golf course rotation that's been in play for 50 years or whatever?
Well, they moved it around a little bit, but it's PGA West.
Is this where Duval shot the 59? Is what I was getting around to.
No, not the final round.
But that was this event, right?
Correct. Duval shot the 59. Nick Dunlap won as an amateur. That had some great finishes. This is the one. Remember Alcatraz, the 17th, the Island Green par 3 with all the rocks.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
Trevino
yeah.
made the whole
Yeah.
one.
And it's got
So that's basically the main course, and they play the tournament.
Yeah, it's a
course.
fun watch.
It's a
got.
fun
I like
watch.
watching that desert golf. Some of the panorams you get.
And they've made it kind of fun again. I think like when Bob Hope, we all remember back in the day, it was kind of a hit and giggle. But now when he passed, kind of lost its moxie.
Is it unique for like Scheffler to play this? Is this the level of field we get? These guys, do they have to play X amount of certain events? What's going on?
I think the Century not playing this year maybe affected the field a little
Maybe,
bit.
yeah, but it's not like you got no Rory. I think they got a big Euro event.
But we've got 8 of the top 13 in
Is
the
Koepka
world.
playing this week?
No.
No.
It starts at Farmers.
Okay.
But Scotty was going to play last year. Remember, he cut his hand making.
Oh, he was going
ravioli.
to play this
Yeah,
one.
He was in the field. So
Is he an Amex guy like corporate rise? He's probably is.
I'm sure he has an Amex.
Yeah.
How heavy is his Amex card? It's not like mine.
I don't know. Needs
Mine
to pay
weighs
for some cleaning services.
like
That's
half
all
an
I'll
ounce.
say.
Jeez, good Lord. Feels really good though. Sepp Straka won last year.
Sepp Straka.
And listen, as we start thinking about picks, the last person to defend at the proverbial Hope, Johnny Miller in 1975.
It doesn't happen.
No one defends.
I think we should take Stewart out this year with Straka's.
I thought that was the end of the sentence.
With take him out this year. We should take Stewie out this year. Perfect. At the players this year and put a Straka bib on him and let him
walk around.
And have him walk around. How many people
And I'll go, hey, Sepp!
would mistake him
Sepp!
for if Sepp is sporting the bald look and is and has a similar body type in that moment. In that moment, it depends. Trying to be nice. Trying to be nice. If Sepp's blown up to a career high, then they'll not on the golf course, but on the
Well, if Matt Rapp is listening, he's surely about to text me because he loves your subtle jabs. Oh, it's so much
I
fun.
try to keep it subtle, and
here.
you made it wide open and
That's
loud. Let's do this. Let's take a break and come back and make picks.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah. Stewie's excited. He's getting 2 segments. He's telling the whole world that the water cooler is now a fun place to visit.
Funny guy. That's what I hear.
All right, this is The Drill. Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. You're listening to Brunch with the Tour.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
More videos, more podcasts, more Jaguars, preps, and college football. More of everything you love about Jacksonville sports at 1010XL.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
You waited forever for your new fence. Then, strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Fish know where to hide. Captain Kevin knows how to find them.
That's a big one.
Listen for the Wing Power Fishing Forecast Show, brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss and Royal Pest Services.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Hey, Hicken here. Leave all the 2025 dirt and celebrate the new year with our friends from Zero Res. Carpets, tile, hardwood, LVP, area rugs, upholstery. Basically every surface in your home can be Zero Resified. Time to call the cleaner pros at Zero Res, and don't forget about your air ducts. Zero Res has a 4.9 rating on Google with more than 8,000 reviews. Bring in the new year with 20% off carpet and upholstery cleaning, plus take $100 off your air duct cleaning when you mention 1010XL. 287-5727 or book online at ZeroResJacksonville.com. Low mortgage rates are back. Listen, Loan Pronto's fixed rate mortgages with APRs as low as 4.89%. That's right, lowest in years. Smart homeowners are taking advantage of this while they can. If you got stuck in a 6% loan, you can lower your payment big time. You keep your primary mortgage intact. Get cash out, equity with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. One homeowner just got $250,000 out of their home. They paid off all their credit cards, some car loans, cut their monthly expense by $2,000. Call now and see what options work best for you, but don't miss the big rate drop of 2026. Ask about new home loans, VA loans, full cash out refis, or their famous Rapid Equity Loan. You can close in less than 2 weeks. You may be able to skip your next 2 house payments altogether. Call 904-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. No hard credit pull. Call 904-999-1508. That's loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 16681, APR for well-qualified buyers.
Got major plumbing problems, and even the minor ones. There's several potential causes, and they usually can't be easily detected. So don't guess at a solution. Hire Roland Reese Plumbing at plumbingjacksonville.com.
The best wings in town are coming to River City Marketplace. Leon Cersei here. Wingstop is opening another North Jacksonville location soon at the end of December. You always get fresh, made-to-order wings in 11 flavors, including original, hot, garlic parm, and of course, lemon pepper. Wingstop now has 18 locations in Jacksonville, always open until 1 a.m. So skip the wait and order your wings online at wingstop.com and swing by to pick up at the brand new Wingstop location in River City Marketplace.
Hey, it's Brent with Arcosa Crushed Concrete. If you've got concrete or asphalt rubble on your site, let me buy it from you, and I will recycle it into construction material for your future projects. Arcosa Crushed Concrete. Get paid for what you don't need.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, brunch with the tour. Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation and Drainage too.
On 1010XL.
All right, wasn't the best of starts with the picks 1 week ago, but the boys have done some homework this week, and now Scotty Scheffler factors in, and old E's sitting there in last place, so we'll wonder who he gets. But let's update E after week one. Did anybody get the winner?
No, nobody got the winner. However, the tour went with Russ Henley and Robert Old Bobby McIntyre. He totaled a grand total of $521,000.
Wonderful.
Right. And second place is Jeffrey Prosser.
Jeffrey Prosser.
He went with Nick Taylor and Chris Kirk. Got him $163K.
Okay.
And third place is Dan Hicken. He took BG, Ben Griffin, and Colin Morikawa. Got him a total of $111K. And your boy here, I took JJ Spawn and Keegan Bradley. They got me $31 grand. So After my deep dive in my analytics, with the first pick, I'm going with Scotty Scheffler.
That's well played, friend.
I hate to do this right off the rip, but I'm going to go with one of our favorite first-timers ever, the legendary Patty. Can't play.
The personality just came across to all the fans.
Just terrific.
Reimer was probably so happy back then.
Just terrific. Did Goddard play the players last year?
Uh-huh. It was his debut.
Oh, it's my pick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jeff, you're up.
It's a bunch of okay. Spin the wheel. Where does it land? I'm gonna go Sam Burns.
Eats worms.
Trying to find
Cousin Peter.
Trying to find a little vet here. Don't tell me what he eats.
First place guy gets
Listen,
2.
I took a cheap shot earlier.
At
the man from Nocatee.
Sitting
down there
Ludi.
in his golf cart with his Yeti, going to flag football games.
Yeah, Ludi.
Let a man live his life.
Neighborhood parties at the cul-de-sac. Give me Ludi.
I should have gone Ludwig. I forgot about him.
Yep. I'm going to go way off the grid here.
Oh,
but
I like that.
Rob Bolton giving me some good insight here on PGAtour.com/Rob. I don't think that's an accurate /.
I got to question Rob Bolton's upward mobility after now entering the 8th straight year of the power rankings. I'm just saying. I love you.
Rob needs a promotion.
That's another straight.
Oh, my Lord.
When they stick you on the pick your power rankings 12 years in a row, maybe you've reached your ceiling there.
Sounds like a great gig if you can get it. Give me Siwoo Kim, 21 champ.
I'll tell you, he's a big Siwoo fan.
Played well at
Matty
YY.
Everett. He loves him some Siwoo Kim.
5 top 25s at the Amex overall.
Yeah, we don't need your stats. Give us your next pick.
He did.
I did. Siwoo Kim.
Who was the first one? Oh, Ludwig.
Yeah.
All right. I am I can't get Ludwig then. That's what happened. All right. I am gonna go with you're gonna laugh at me. He's the new Thomas Dietrich.
Yeah.
Ryan Gerard.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Only he's not French, he's American, but I don't know.
That's fair.
Ryan Gerard, Thomas Dietrich, they should be on the same team.
I'm gonna go with a guy who has slightly worse teeth than Matty Fitzpatrick.
Oh, wow. The Brits are taking
I'm gonna go
shots.
with Bobby McIntyre.
His are worse than Fitzpatrick's?
I believe so.
Fitzpatrick's look like
I believe
Donkey from Shrek. Like that full
Yeah. I'm gonna go
which
with
is
Bob.
fine. I mean, I
I'm
like
gonna go with
Donkey.
Bobby. Bobby had a.
Who doesn't like Donkey from Shrek? Stop it.
It's fair. It's
Yeah.
fair.
Don't try to clean up your messes.
There's no mess. I accurately describe the caricature that is.
Dare I say it's offensive?
You've character assassinated at least 6 people in this segment.
Are we gonna
This segment? No, I haven't.
Are we gonna cancel Prosser?
If
it hasn't happened yet, it's never gonna happen.
Uncancelable. I don't. Yeah, the problem is it's just never quite enough.
This brings us back to the legendary Emmanuel.
He looks like
Fowler
he's
at-
going to work on the wharf when he's done here today. By the
Sitting
way.
with Scotty
straight to
Scheffler.
the wharf. He's got to sling some.
Sitting with Scotty
some haddock.
Scheffler. He's got the magic glasses on today, by the way. He's recording
Those are
us.
fake glasses, aren't they? Those are just for style.
No, I got prescription. in
Okay,
them.
He's recording us right now.
No, not yet, but
There it is.
yeah, I am now. Yeah. All right. After I continue to do my deep dive into the analytics,
Yes.
and it told me and check the pronunciation, Michael Thornbornson.
Bjornsson.
Bjornsson.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. International man of mystery. over
Sadly,
there.
he doesn't know that he's been battling mono.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Is that a Rob Bolton insight?
That's Rob Bolton
Oh,
insight.
man.
Mono
Can we
ain't,
promote Rob?
Also, perhaps not aware he missed the cut at this event last year.
Oh,
Mono ain't never stopped nobody from making the
Only
cut
ever
in the
tried,
American
so-
Express.
Hey, he don't care as long as Scotty does what he's supposed to.
Scotty
do.
gonna do what he got to do.
Yeah, that's true. Is this good? Last year, Scotty didn't do it at the beginning. We kept taking him. He wouldn't hit. He
Right.
got hot late,
Later
didn't he?
on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go, Stuart. 2 segments again. I don't know what
I
to
love
tell
it.
you.
I love
Life
it.
has just gotten
You're
good
hot
for
right
you.
now.
It's right around the corner now. You don't have excuses.
Maybe you'll see
this
the-
guy. Remember this guy every other week. He either had a flat tire here. This
Yeah.
person couldn't drive. Or,
Yeah, he had some excuses.
yeah. It was a bunch.
Maybe-
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh
Maybe
yeah. I
you'll,
have to go to the phone. I'm sick.
Maybe you'll see the
Lot of
lady
sick.
whose husband likes you, and she'll give you a
Yeah.
recap
Yeah,
of today's
that's
episode.
right. That's right.
You know where I thought that was going? I thought it was going to be Rob Bolton's wife. She said, "Yeah, I heard you talking about my husband again." I really did. think
Mrs.
that's where that
Bolton.
was going.
Tuning in from Phoenix.
Yes.
He'll post the pics as if they matter, and we'll come back with
I
more.
wonder if
next.
Bolton just power ranks everything in his day.
This is
You
the
know what I
drill.
mean?
Great.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
I'm Brad Keselowski.
Brad Keselowski. He wins.
And you're listening to 1010XL, Jack Sports Radio.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. Before termites attack your home or business and cause costly damage, Terminix it. Terminix stops termites in my home fast. These destructive pests may have been around for millions of years, but before they show up, so does Terminix. And their time is up. Don't live with a termite problem. I certainly wasn't going to. Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. Terminix.com.
Frank Frangie here. If you're expecting a tax return this year, here's a smart way to use it. Invest in new tires from Big Chief Tire. It's one of the best things you can do for your car and your safety. I've been going to Big Chief for years because they do it right every time. Put that refund to good use and hit the road with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 today. And let Big Chief take care of you. That's Big Chief Tire.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On January 20th, 1980, the Steelers beat the Rams 31-19 in Super Bowl 14 to become the first team to win 4 Super Bowls.
Finding the right plumber to reline your cast iron pipes doesn't have to be a stressful experience. When you hire Superior Plumbing and Pipelining, you can rest assured you're getting the best in the industry. At Superior Plumbing and Pipelining, we're so confident in our work that we encourage you to get multiple estimates. Look at each company's reviews and check the scope of their pipelining work to make sure it's what you're expecting. But at the end of the day, make the superior choice. Superior Plumbing and Pipelining. Request a free estimate at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Prize Picks. Oh, the big game is coming. It's just around the corner. That does mean that our season is dwindling down in terms of football, but we have all kinds of other sports that we can play. And by the way, Prize Picks right now with the max discounts, got to jump on those, man. You pair one of those max discounts with another one, easy to cash in, and you are happy. Also can mix and match sports. You can follow other players. They offer stacks. They've got early payouts as well. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game's even finished. Download Prize Picks app today. Use code 1010XL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code 1010XL, $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, man. It's good to be right.
The First Coast Games is an annual team-building challenge to introduce fun activities into the workplace and focus on your employees' health and wellness goals. These goals include some friendly competition, of course, including pickleball, cornhole, volleyball, flag football, and other team sports. The games will begin in March. Register your company and teams at fcymca.org.
Hi, this is Dave Barker with IHRS. People ask, are your solutions for thinning hair permanent? Yes, our solutions have permanent natural results and are guaranteed to work. Put our 35 years of experience helping 10,000 plus men and women to work for your thinning hair. Our trademark hair transplant procedures will give you 3 times more hair in one procedure. PRP and laser treatments are fast, easy, and effective, and only take 30 minutes. Most of our staff have experienced hair loss ourselves. Our caring and confidential team can help you look better and feel better about yourself and restoring your hair again.
For your confidential consultation, call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or go to hairforme.com. That's hairforme.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Kuhn Flowers. Florida approaches this evening's contest against LSU at the Old Dome with a 4-game winning streak. You can hear the game live at 7 p.m. on 1010XL AM or online. With the transfer portal window closed, Florida roster for year 1 under John Summerall is nearly set. Almost 30 transfers as the Gators head towards spring camp. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9 o'clock and it's 41 degrees. Your time and your temp, It's brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
The Duval Minute takes a deeper dive into Trevor Lawrence's statistics from this season, and they're all pretty good. Look, he cut down on his turnovers, and that's very important. 22, 17, and 21 in his first 3 seasons in the NFL. Cut those down to 15 this year, and only 1 interception in his last 6 games. And also, don't forget, Liam Cohen made it a point to get him to use his legs. Well, he had 9 rushing touchdowns. That you already know. But he was third amongst quarterbacks in rushing first downs with 40. All good numbers heading forward in Trevor Lawrence's career. And that's your Duval Minute. Brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Always on the look for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. The Lift Power benefits 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Ooh, come see why Lift Power is voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. Lift Power is rapidly growing. Lift Power has been around Jacksonville for 50-plus years. Lift Power is family-owned and operated. You know the name by now. You can learn more about opportunities at liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
It's time. Now, it's time for the 9 o'clock nasty on the drill. We're wasting time. Here are Jeff Prosser, Dan Hicken, and E.T.
Well, let me start with an adjective that's not nasty at all. It's a word that doesn't appear a lot in the rough and tumble vitriolic world of sports talk radio. What a sweet storyline that is with Fernando Mendoza and his mom, and just the relationship between them and that family. You know, she's at the games in a wheelchair with MS. It's gotten worse through the years. The dad tries his darndest not to stand the entire time so he can sit with her. But, nice. Buddy, she wrote a letter to the Players Journal. Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, that'll tug at your if you got any menopause in you, that'll tug at you there to see what it's all about, man, beyond the wins. And he's like a throwback. I feel like I'm watching a 1950s. So really, after the game, he's going to put on one of those old Letterman jacket with the leather sleeves and the IU on the front, left breastplate. But, man, I disagree with I'm unsold on the next level. I don't care. He's won the national title. He's a great, great player. I know Fred was vouching for him. I wonder about the arm strength. I watched him against that Miami team. He's got he's not very athletic, so I could see some pocket troubles for him at the next level.
Yeah,
like getting out of those deals. But who knows?
He's
a winner. He's got the intangibles.
I take him 904. If I'm the Raiders, I'm running to the podium.
Okay,
you got to take a shot on him.
I got you. You're getting a winner too. That's important for a team like the Raiders.
So we'll see. Miami Dolphins hired their head coach. I saw this, and I thought this was sort of apropos. Miami's hired 8 first-time head coaches in a row at the NFL level. None of them have succeeded.
Well, they haven't had much success.
None of them have won a playoff game. So you think they're talking like the owner says, well, we need to turn this thing around. Well, let's go to Green Bay. The Packers lost their last 5 games and blew a 21-3 lead in the playoffs. That's a good place. So they hired the GM and the defense coordinator from Green Bay. So I don't know, Miami. We'll see. Maybe it hits. You never know. There is no right or wrong here. Teams get a feel, and, we can sit here and judge all these coaches, and they will. They'll put all 10 coaches will get, John Harbaugh's the best hire. The Giants got him, and perhaps he will be. At least he has a pedigree.
It jumps out to me as a lot.
I don't know why teams aren't, though. If I'm, like the Titans hired Robert Saleh yesterday, which is fine. It's great for our city because –
little juice there, a little juicy.
We go beat him.
Feuding.
Offense versus defense. Yeah. We Liam went after him after the keep your name out of my name out of your mouth type stuff. So that'll be fun. But if I'm like Arizona, I'm like calling Sean McDermott. I'm calling. I mean, all these guys who have been. Tomlin obviously wants to take a year off. I'm sure that word is out. So, but if you're one of these like franchises that can't
I will
do
say
anything.
this, and I think we saw some of this here when they were struggling at the end of the Balky Peterson. It is a catty business, man.
Yeah.
Grown men act like little teenagers, little high school drama, the way they act and turn on each other and kiss up to the right people and stab each other in the back. You can make the argument in Buffalo that the guy that got the promotion is the one that should be fired, and the guy who got fired is the one that should have been given someone else to work in tandem with. The Bills promoted Billy Beane. He's got even more responsibility now while they let McDermott go. The Bills, since drafting Josh Allen in 2018, have drafted 56 players.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them, James Cook and Dawson Knox, have made Pro Bowls.
And that guy got promoted.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he got
They
promoted.
promoted a guy should have got fired. They fired a guy that maybe they should have given some better players.
Guy's 98 and 50.
It's easy to make the Pro Bowl. I bet you the Jags have drafted more Pro Bowlers since 2018 than 2, and we're terrible.
Yeah.
In fact, I know we have.
I want to dig into the why doesn't Nick Saban like Curt Cignetti story.
Is that for sure, or
No,
we just go, okay.
I'm speculating. But think about this. Saban always is loyal to his guys. You know, like Kirby and him will chop it up. You know, always loyal to his guys. And Cignetti did time with
I could see Cignetti like not being liked by anyone
Saban
wherever
puts
he
on a
leaves.
U hat last night. I mean, he would have picked. I mean, if it was any else of his former coaches, maybe even Lane, he would pick him to win. That's what he usually does. I'm just surprised by that. I'm curious, like whiskers. I want to know.
All right, a speed trap alert in play right now. Atlantic Boulevard, you're headed west, right there on the other side of the bridge. We got to Ponch and John and the crew in tow there. So there's a little add-on here on a Catlin Truck Accessories
Steelers
Tuesday.
are interviewing Brian Flores today and former head coach Mike McCarthy on
Retread.
Wednesday.
It's tough to get through. And here's what I would say, Dan. How many of last year's coaches were retreads and how many were first-timers?
Yeah.
Because I've got 2 first-timers, Ben Johnson and Liam Cohen, that not only won at a high level. Now, it's not the only way. Mike Vrabel's a retread, so to speak, or recycled at least. He had coached before. I'm curious why Mike McCarthy doesn't get hired.
Yeah.
I mean, he went down to Dallas, won double-digit games a year, and, ultimately wasn't enough for Jerry and the boys, and they got rid of him. But that guy seems like he would be a good, I would like with the Dolphins or the Bills, somebody trying to get some offense going. But listen, shame on the Bills for not giving Josh Allen more receiving help and depth and better receivers. And you can, if you draft guys, but you're not smart enough and savvy enough as scouts to draft the right guys, that's not giving him help. That's wasting his time.
Curt Cignetti last night said, if I were really smart, I'd retire. Then it'd really be a great story, but we need the money. He went a lot of years without making a ton of money. Now he's getting like $14, $15 million.
Well, and to his credit, Indiana gave him that big shot. He had success, and they remember before all the firings, they said, no, we're locking this guy up. Because they would have all come for Cignetti, right? Penn State, LSU, Florida, they would have all come for Cignetti. If I'm in the NFL right now, I'm calling him today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he runs they look like a pro mentality football team. They're not exotic. They don't do a bunch of, crazy stuff. They just line up and play football and play call and back shoulder throw and beat you. Miami started the season 10th. They end up 10 in the playoff rankings and play for it all. So we have a new realm of how deep we can go for it to be a natural, high-quality competitive game. You can go to 10. Let's use that as the marker. That's number 10, a non-conference champion against number 1, an absolute steamroller of a program, and it was right down to the final moments.
Big Ten, 3 natties in a row. You can't deny them anymore. They're the best conference in college football, and the SEC's got some work to do.
Yeah, I think I don't think there's much Big Ten denial left. And Michigan pretty much took care of it with the back-to-back. And the 3 in a row by 3 different teams is what's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen very often. And the SEC, by the way, built that reputation that they rightfully held for 20 years because they were doing things like that.
Yeah.
Multiple programs winning multiple titles. LSU, Tennessee, Florida, Auburn, Bama, Georgia. That's what makes the depth of field and the overall conference get the respect. And the Big Ten will just get a little bit more. And man, Kirk Ferentz, buddy, you got 1 year. And then I want some money back for the time that you've wasted of mine here at Iowa all these years, where I've been programmed to think that if you go 11-1 with a good defense, that you've done the best that anyone can do against the Michigans and Ohio States. Yeah, Nebraska, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Iowa, all you guys, GTH, you losers. This guy went to Indiana, the worst team in all of sports, and he's won it in 2 years.
Did you guys see the pictures of Signetti's first home game at Indiana?
Nobody there.
No.
Nobody.
Oh, it was naked.
Oh man, it was like there's no one there, dude. Empty stadium. I mean, this guy. It's really incredible what he's been able to do. And by the way, confirmed Mendoza was turned down as a walk-on it.
He was turned. Okay, I misheard what he said then.
Yeah, it wasn't that they offered him; they turned him down. He didn't even get a walk-on at Miami. So. That's a great story too. And that story alone in itself, his family is unbelievable.
From the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, and I described Fernando Mendoza as non-athletic. And from the text line, non-athletic is a horrible take. So I responded, "You're right. Super non-athletic. He's super non-athletic quarterback. He's got no escapability back. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, I think that is fair.
Yeah." He's not.
He's going to be a pocket passer. He'll be Tom Brady. He'll run a 4.940. All that good stuff.
Doesn't look fast.
Right. He's not. That's fine. You don't have to be a quarterback. But I'm just saying that today's NFL, what turned Trevor and helped turn Trevor into what he is, utilizing his athleticism. I'm just saying he doesn't have that kind of dual threat ability that so many in the NFL now have. Even if they're the Caleb Williams.
Although Matthew Stafford and Sam Darnold.
I know they exist, but Matthew Stafford, they got those arms, Dan.
Yeah.
I wonder. I don't know if it was the timing or the thing, but I was a little concerned when Mendoza on that halftime. I
saw him throw from hash to.
No. Halftime, the halftime Hail Mary, it looked like he put everything he had into it to get it to like just barely into the end zone on a
Where'd
throw.
he throw from?
From about the 50. It was.
You tell me he can't throw 50 yards?
I'm not saying he can't throw 50 yards. I'm saying it. Caleb Williams made that throw off his back foot falling away. That's a number one pick.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Arm strength isn't the only intangible.
No,
I take him. I take him in
Yeah.
a second and see what he does and see how he can play. And I think he's got a winning gene or I just think he's got stuff about him that will overcome his short.
By the way, to the point, when you say he didn't put on Signetti, don't forget Cristobal, also a saving guy. So if he doesn't pick Miami, he'd be anti-Cristobal.
That's true.
Or at least it could be.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. All right, let's do this. We'll grab a break. We'll keep it rolling. Got the conference championship games coming up this weekend. We got all kinds of shell games going on with these coaches. So we've got, 3 positions filled, I think, so far, with Miami taking the
4.
the
It'll be
BC
4
head
with
coach.
Saleh because you.
Oh yeah,
you forgot
Saleh.
about Harbaugh.
4 of them taken now. 6 openings left. This is the drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The drill
from the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
What is this?
Jacksonville Sports Radio.
We have hope. Rebellions are built on hope.
The power to save the planet. Or at least sports radio in Jacksonville.
They are requesting a call sign. It's
1010XL.
Renewal by Anderson is ringing in the new year with a happy renewal year sale. Buy one, get one 40% off all replacement windows and doors. Plus, enjoy 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 1 year. Renewal by Anderson's Acclaim Impact windows are built for Florida, designed to help you save on energy bills while keeping your home comfortable year-round. Sale ends January 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets savings.
Hey, gang, Hicken here. When it comes to trucks and more trucks, the only name you need to know, George Moore Chevrolet. Right now, the showroom off Atlantic Boulevard is in a new year and loaded with the toughest, the strongest, the hardest working Chevy trucks around. We got Silverado after Silverado ready to work or play just as hard as you do. And look, I'm not just talking about them. I got 2 George Moore Chevrolet trucks of my own, and gang, they've earned every mile, every job, every weekend. They got power, they got dependability. And you see my boy Blue, they got style. If it's a truck you want, it's George Moore Chevrolet. Stop by Atlantic Boulevard today and see why truck people keep on coming back to George Moore Chevrolet. George Moore Chevrolet, gang, together we ride.
This is Garrett Scantling, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for any orthopedic issue you have. I'm back to my Olympic training, and I feel great.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago, went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
If you missed it, get it on demand.
And you send those out on the line.
Find your 1010XL favorites where you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com. Channel 5. Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Ready to race Jacksonville? Indoor racing anytime at K1 Speed. Fast electric karts, real competition, and family fun. Buy 2 races, get 1 free every Tuesday. Cruise over to K1 Speed Jacksonville today. Your top destination for indoor racing.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville. And when the weather starts to shift a little bit, especially during the fall, you've got some really cool stuff from Honda Off-Road.
We do. Favorite time of the year for me. Nice little chill in the air. We've got some side-by-sides. We've got the ATVs. Of course, they're legendary dirt bikes. We've got it all.
And for the hunter?
Oh, we've got side-by-sides that work and play.
All right, so make sure you check it out. Showroom wide open for you on Atlantic near Regency. If you want to go off-road and have some fun, check out Cycles of Jacksonville.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
Playoff football calls for the grill. The January Rancher Box from Local Fair Jacks is packed with pasture-raised beef, free-range chicken, and pork. All local, all delivered. Stock up for game day at localfairjacks.com.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, is that a turtleneck?
Can't you feel it, Jason? There's a chill in the air, a definite nip.
I mean, it is January.
In Jacksonville, Jason. I didn't come here for cold.
Well, I wouldn't call this.
Cold weather gives me the sniffles. Sniffles turns to pneumonia. Suddenly, I'm in a hospital bed with a tube down my throat because Florida didn't get the memo about ignoring winter.
So switch over to heat.
What if my system can't remember how to heat?
Dude, put on these sunglasses.
Whoa.
Bueller Air and Plumbing can make sure your system is ready to switch from cooling to heat. We'll clean your heating coil to get rid of that burning dust smell and make sure you have the coolant pressure to keep your heat pump pumping out the heat.
Huh, I had no idea these sunglasses worked in the winter.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
All right, welcome back to the program. He tells me that because he can, he has a giveaway. Give it away now. What do you got, my friend?
What has slowly become one of my favorite events here in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay. What is?
Yeah, what has become one of my favorite events.
You have a lot of them.
It's a sporting event.
I mean, come on, man. The players.
The players, baby. And I got a pair of tickets to Tuesday's practice round, which is the military appreciation concert, plus a $25 gift card to the local. So one lucky winner who want to go check out some golf on a Tuesday, holla at your boy right now, 904-641.
And those Tuesdays, by the way, are fun. Is Tuesday also the concert day usually?
It is.
Yeah, so, and it's fun to get it out Tuesday. The crowd's
Bring your lawn
big.
chair, yeah.
You get to see the same shots. You get up close, even really closer to some of those terrific offers. Man, it's players' time already. When is the players? What'd you say, the 12th?
Like the 13th through the 18th March.
Man, comes at you fast. The draft will be here before you know. We got free agency. We'll see how active the Jaguars can be when it comes to that. Meanwhile, we'll sit and we'll wait. And there's always a formula of trying to get right, how to spend your money. Dan, for years we committed Tom Brady for giving back and not taking too much, and the Patriots in turn were rewarded with champions. It didn't always mean they were giving Brady his wish list for how he would spend the money, but him staying affordable may have helped. You look at the teams that are remaining in the postseason. Matthew Stafford, the most expensive at $42 million. There's a lot of $55 million quarterbacks. We got one here sitting at home right now.
Right.
So, maybe the Rams have Devontae Adams because Stafford's only $40 million and not $60. Maybe the 49ers, Brock Purdy's 50 or 55. And again, you got to pay those guys, the guys who are making a lot of money or look like they're around to stay. But it's interesting that Darnold and Stafford, and we got an outlier with the young guys. At one point, Drake May will be the $60 million guy.
Well, yeah.
They've just caught him on the right part of the rookie deal.
Yeah. But you got.
Like Josh Allen, maybe give back some of that 60 to get the number one receiver.
Well,
right?
AAV leader is Dak.
Now, they've managed to give him offensive
Then you
talent.
got Joe Burrow. Then you got Josh Allen. Guys are all eliminated. Jordan Love, Trevor, Tua, Jared Goff, and then you finally hit Brock Purdy, who got his 53. So he's one.
It's nice to be to a point, too, where Trevor's inclusion there doesn't seem obnoxious. Yeah. Right? It seemed obnoxious for a while.
Brock is 8th, Herbert 9, Lamar 10, Jalen 11, Kyler Murray 12, Deshaun Watson 13, Cousins 14, Mahomes 15th.
But what do they say his number is?
Well, these are AAVs. For who?
For Mahomes.
45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to get
Then you finally get to Stafford with his 40.
Yeah.
So that's 16. So you got number 8 and number 16.
And two more that on rookie deals, again, that almost doesn't count. And Stidham probably makes 1.2.
Sam Darnold, who's 18th, who's making.
But he's only making 30, right?
33 and a half. Yeah.
I am really intrigued to see that part of the Seattle Los Angeles game, to see Darnold and see if he craps himself.
I do think this, in a way, it's like everybody says you got to have, and look, I mean, yeah, that's true. But in terms of how you do business, there are different ways to win it all.
Sure.
And it'll be interesting to see what happens going forward. And some teams, though, will give you hope that, and they always talk about like Tennessee, they got Cam Ward. If Cam Ward continues to blossom, he's going to get that deal one day. But right now he's on the rookie deal. You got to take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
I wonder if Stafford plays next year.
I bet he does now.
You think he does?
I would think so. He had an incredible year. I mean, it's got to be hard, dude. You're 37. It's old in football years. It's young in life. You're 37, and you have a chance to have a work year where you make $40 million. You got to be incredibly.
Money ain't the factor. He's got tons of it.
You say that, but $40 million is $40 million. You're 37, and so I'm sure you're looking at.
If he wins the Super Bowl, I'd say it's got to be more than 40. It's got to be 60.
Well, whatever it is, I mean, to turn down, if you're healthy enough, and after starting the season and with so much question around the back and the injury, the injuries with Stafford haven't been a storyline for a lot of the year. I mean, he seems to have been healthy. He's not like, it's not week to week, Stafford out with the back or worried about this or that. I don't care how much money you have. When you get offered $40, $50, $60 million to play football for a year, that's got to be hard to walk away from. So I would bet he would be back.
You think so?
I mean, you're playing great football. You're on a good team.
Who made more of the two boys that grew up together playing sports? Clayton Kershaw or Matthew Stafford? Who made more?
If it were baseball today, it would definitely be Kershaw. I think it's probably still Kershaw.
Oh, yeah?
Although, no, if Stafford is this Stafford's biggest deal now? Probably. I'm going to go Kershaw.
I was going to go Staff.
Yeah.
Staff, he signed the deal when he was a rookie before the agreement. So his rookie year.
But even back then, it was probably $10 million.
Clayton Kershaw earned more than $300 million in his MLB career. Sources placing his total earnings around $315 million. Making him one of the highest paid pitchers
Stafford's
ever.
Gonna be like 180.
No, I think Stafford like
Matthew
250.
Stafford career earnings have surpassed $408 million.
Yeah.
Wow. 408.
Yeah.
What was his rookie deal? Did he get a stupid deal?
I think he had
6 years, $72 million
for 5 or year. Yeah.
Then 5 years, $135. Then 4 years, $160. Then 2 year, $84 million. Adding $40 million for. He has $40 million for next year.
Okay.
He's on a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that $40 million, I ain't walking away from that.
I know. Not if I got it next year, for sure.
That 300, that'll take him over. Does that take him over 408 or whatever, whether he's already made 408? Let's say he's made $400 million. Do I really, I don't need that $40 million. I really don't.
It's hard to walk away from $40 million.
I don't think it's that hard when you got 400, when you've made, you have more than you'll ever spend.
First of all, if he's made $400 million, he's probably got 180 out of that after they take it all. You never know what goes on, man. You invest money,
Only
give it away.
180.
People lose fortunes all the time. It's not only. That's not the point. 40 is a lot. 40 is you can more than get more than 20% of your net worth by playing 1 year.
Yeah, all that's fine. The point is, I don't need it. It's not what's going to – do I want to go back and try to win? Do I want to go out as a Super Bowl champ? I know my wife is on me to quit. My girls are getting older. Do they enjoy that lifestyle, or would they rather just be at home? I don't know. There's all those – he has, those 3 daughters. You know, they show him every game. They're immaculately dressed. I always wonder – I saw him in these Rams jackets and stuff. You know, like the drip that the little girls were wearing.
Yeah.
The mom.
Custom drip.
Yeah, matching jackets.
Every week,
and
different game.
It's a different. So I wondered, does she spend like $10,000 a week on just the outfits for Sunday?
Easy, bro.
Right?
Easy.
I mean, it's just incredible.
She gets picked at too.
So
now.
Matthew needs the 40.
Because she's real vocal.
Yeah, she rubs
had the podcast.
You know, the princess.
Yeah.
I do I know anything about baseball?
Do you?
Have I followed baseball my whole life? I mean,
Yeah.
you would relatively trust me if you needed to ask a question about some dude in 1984 or whatever.
Okay.
Does the Hall of Fame have an official stance on performance enhancers?
No.
So it's basically up to the whims and morality of the guys that are voting?
Yes.
Baseball has a Hall of Fame problem, man.
Why is that?
Well, because A-Rod and Barry Bonds are 2 of the best players that have ever put on a uniform, and they have no chance of being Hall of Famers when other players who also did performance enhancers are in.
Well,
Manny Ramirez is the most clutch postseason hitter maybe the game has ever seen.
Well, I mean, this is good news for you because it might get Andrew Jones in the Hall
Andrew
tonight.
Jones should be in with regardless of all that.
Well, I mean, tonight's his night, right? It's Tuesday
Well,
night,
he might get in. It's between he and Beltran. They could both get in for that matter. That Hall of Fame it's losing. The older I get, the weaker it gets. I mean, just put Jeff Kent in. I'll die never thinking Jeff Kent was a Hall of Famer. Good player.
Yeah.
Never a Hall of Fame player. Never a carry a franchise player. And a jerk. So why is Jeff Kent his jerkdom? But I just don't know how you don't put A-Rod and Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame. I just don't know how you. I just don't know how you are the moral arbiter to.
Well, that's changed from, 10 years ago.
What only this way. When you started putting guys in who also did it, Pudge, 1,000,000%. And we got guys. Is Poppy's in, right?
Yeah,
he's admitted it. There have been guys that have.
I don't think he's admitted.
Yes, he has. He has admitted. Poppy has admitted. Maybe in the last couple of years. Did we not? Was that not a story?
David Big Poppy Ortiz has never admitted to using steroids and has consistently denied knowing taking performance-enhancing drugs.
One of those guys who's in.
Now he tested positive.
There you go. That's all you need to know. Yeah. I don't care what you say. You tested positive. You did it. You don't get to say, "Oh no, I did it." Well, that's fine. Yeah. I don't. If it's not him, it's another. It's one of the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand where they're drawing the line here. I mean, is it because you did it?
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, all those guys will eventually get in, but
they won't. Some are going off the ballot.
Let's not Pete Rose this thing. It is what it is at this point. I don't quite understand it, but yeah, tonight at 6:00, I think you find out who gets into the MLB Hall of Fame for this year.
It's really it's Andrew Jones and Beltran and nobody else.
I think they were talking about Utley being close.
Yeah, no, Utley is gaining momentum to one day be there, but he's only getting like 20-something% of the vote.
Chase Utley's a Hall of Famer, then David Wright is a Hall of Famer. That I'll say.
Chase Utley is also not a Hall of Famer.
I mean, Chase Utley?
But Pudge, I'm just looking at Pudge, Jeff Bagwell, Mike Piazza. These guys all did it when everyone else was doing it. They may not have done it as long.
Didn't do it. How dare you?
They may not have done it as long. They may not have been the poster children, but at a time
where a guy with 1,885 hits and a 275 average.
Not Chase Utley?
Yeah.
You just gave me Jeff Kent's career numbers.
Did I?
Wasn't he like barely a 2,000 hit guy?
Jeff Kent got.
Or was he a 3,000 hit guy?
No, he wasn't a 3,000. 3,000's automatic. Or should be.
I feel like his numbers were even lower than we thought they were when they put him in.
Well, they may be.
But again, I get a little triggered because of the whole Murphy thing. We'll put him in. Back-to-back MVP, led the whole freaking league in RBIs for a decade. But
Daniel?
Huh? No, yeah, sure.
2,461 hits is a lot more.
Yeah.
377 home runs, yeah. .290 batting average for Jeff Kent. He's so much better than Chase Utley.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's in the Hall of Fame.
And
But
but not by your standard. And if he isn't, then Chase Utley should no way, shape, or form be in the
Chase
Hall
Utley
of Fame.
will never get in the Hall, Dan.
Oh, they were
We know that.
Well, I don't know. I
Well,
don't know that. I was
it's
watching his
MLB
show.
Network, and he's the next of a paltry group of contenders. I listen. I love the Braves. I love Andrew Jones, Beltran. They don't feel like autos to me either.
Yeah.
Was Beltran a performance enhancer ever?
No. Beltran's problem was the Astros thing.
Yeah. The cheating scandal.
That's where they got him.
All
All right,
right.
we got to take a break. We'll keep it rolling.
Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
Thank you.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The home of the home team you grew up with.
Big play. Look at the release by Jimmy Smith as he then clears the rest of the Dolphins secondary. And wow, talk about deja vu.
1010XL.
All right, folks, our private equity fund just bought another one in Jacksonville.
Love it. Let's make sure the website says locally trusted.
Should we change the number to a Florida area code?
Nah, just pretend we're local.
Meanwhile, Hull & Sons Plumbing didn't need a rebrand to stay local. We're family-owned, veteran-operated, and proud to call Jacksonville home. So if you want a plumber who actually lives in your neighborhood, not in a boardroom, call Hull & Sons Plumbing. Hull & Sons Plumbing. Locally owned, nationally unbothered.
Hey, the investment landscape is always changing. New rules, new regulations, new opportunities. But at ITB Partners, one thing that stays constant. That's our commitment to your financial future. And whether it's consolidating your accounts, rolling over your 401ks, maximizing your pension programs, you know what they do? They make your financial journey simple and smart. With ITB Partners, Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Janice Cobb, Dan Abel, Reagan Wright, and Rita Wingate. Your investment strategy is built on trust, transparency, and experience. It's a new year. Let's get that money in motion. Let it work for you. Let ITB Partners work for you so you can focus on what matters most. Our ITB Partners, stable, strategic, and secure. Easy to get a hold of. Chris at ITBPartners.com or call 312-9751. They're my financial partners for life. Securities Investment Advisory Services offered through Osaic Wealth, Inc., member of FINRA and SIPC. Osaic Wealth is separately owned and other entities and our marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
It's Taylor. Valentine's Day is just a few weeks away, but don't do what you probably do every year. Last-minute grocery store flowers, questionable strawberries, and a box of forgettable chocolate. This year, step up your game. Pre-order fresh, hand-dipped strawberries and beautifully crafted artisan chocolates from Peterbrook Chocolatier. With 15 North Florida locations, you probably drove past one today. Up your game this Valentine's Day with a gift that actually impresses. And trust me, you'll score more points with your Valentine. Find your closest location at peterbrook.com. Peterbrook.com.
Running a small business is tough, so the Florida Small Business Development Center at UNF provides a free business checkup, a personalized analysis that helps you boost profits, your online presence, and increase your company's value. No cost, no strings attached. It's guidance from experts who understand what it takes to succeed in business. Whether you're just starting out or ready to expand, it's time to act. Complete a request for consulting at unf.edu/SBDC.
Hi, I'm Tara Middleton with Goodwill Industries of North Florida. Thanks to the players, we're helping people overcome barriers to employment through training and education. It's 49 days until the players.
Hi, this is Dave Barker with IHRS. Are you frustrated with those trendy pills, drops, and lotions that claim to make your hair thicker and fuller? Are you taking weight loss drugs or medication that's making your hair fall out? Whether you're frustrated with results from treatments that just don't work, or you no longer have the fuller, thicker hair that you once had, there's a better way. Our hair restoration solutions have helped literally over 10,000 men and women restore their hair in as little as 2 office visits.
Ready to grow your hair back and have permanent, natural, and guaranteed results? For your confidential consultation, call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or go to hairforme.com. That's hairforme.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
The numbers, the nuggets about Indiana are terrific. I mean, the incredible fact that they went from rags to riches, the Mendoza story, Cignetti and what he's able to do, 150-1 to start the college football season. There's just, you can go on and on with what they were able to accomplish. Was it the greatest coaching job in the history of college football? It might be.
I don't know
Over
if it's
these
the greatest.
2 years, 27-2 for that program is hard to argue.
It's a great coaching job when you take over what another man has built or has, and you manage it on through. This is beyond great coaching.
They
job.
had the
This is
second
great.
second most losses in D1 history behind. I think Northwestern has one more loss than they do.
It's the biggest rags to riches story in sports history for American sports history.
And like, if Texas Tech had done it, it would have been different because Texas Tech poured all this money into they bought players.
Well,
Indiana did some, but nothing like that. They developed players.
Well, Texas,
like you said, the Becker kid.
It was special teams 6 weeks ago.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to combine that with while we bask in the glow. I'm hot take guy now. I went Monday. My hot take was the Denver's going to win the AFC Championship.
I like it.
And here's my second hot take. And I love him. I hope I'm wrong. In 3 years, Fernando Mendoza is a backup for somebody in the NFL.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. We'll monitor that.
Again,
one.
I hope I'm wrong, man.
Yeah.
You root for this kid. He's a great kid.
Yeah,
he's just a great kid. He's a good young man. He's just a great, easy to root for. I mean, just so genuine. But I don't. Yeah. Anyway, that's my hot take. NFL backup in 3 years. Now I hope he makes $100 million.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Great draw play for Mendoza on 4th and 5 to go for it during the game. Gave them back their 10-point lead. So just all in all, really
that play was an example of just his gutsiness because he's not the most athletic guy in the world. He doesn't have the fast twitch muscles. That play looked like somebody put a baby calf down in the middle of a bull ring.
Yeah.
And he just kind of jostled and found his way through his foot.
By the way, they said, and again, we weren't there, but they said in Miami, 65-35, Indiana in the stands.
It felt like it was more Miami just watching, but so it's interesting. It did not feel like, though, it was a big advantage either way. Although when Miami got that ball late, it got loud, and that only happens with the defensive side's crowd, unless you're at North Carolina.
They said huge advantage, Indiana. They said, I saw 60-40 at worst, 70-30 at best, so figured about 65-35. But, yeah, definitely more Indiana fan than Miami fan. Have not heard from Joe U this morning.
Yeah, I put out an APB earlier. Apparently, there was an orange and green Key Hyundai that was out there on top of the Dames Point, and Joe in a bright orange Canes uniform and one of those big tacky plastic chains was apparently standing on the span, but don't do it is what we screamed.
Oh dear,
don't do it, Joe. Just get back in and get prepared, for next year. And it was a great year. It stinks when your great year doesn't win a title. It's not a great year. You won't look back on it with anything. It was fun while it lasted. The older I get, the more this is the case, Dan. There's nothing great about going and losing in the championship game. It was more fun to get that. It's better than not going to the championship game and losing, but you will not remember it all that fondly, just like we don't remember 2017 as anything other than got screwed. Didn't go to the Super Bowl. 1999 should have been a great year. It wasn't a great year, was it? Sucked. And I think that's how you'll look at this if you're Miami. And oh, by the way, while we're passing out the what could have beens for the Jaguars this week, last night what could have been? I mean, you're in the game. You got a chance. There's a minute to go. You're at the 35-yard line.
Yeah. Miami next year, again, a lot will hinge on the Mensa kid. If they get him, though, they'll be fine. They are losing Carson Beck. Their offensive tackle is going to be a first-round pick. Their center is gone. Two of their wide receivers, Daniels, but they're getting the superstar back. Reuben Bain's gone. Messidor's gone. Touré's gone. So they're losing a lot.
This was their year to win it. They have built to this year. They were a 10-win team last year. They had all the components of those lines of scrimmage, which were very good. And they knew that in the preseason. So I would expect it would be a fallback for Miami. I don't think it's a fall off. We'll see how far Mensa can take them. But, man, those lines of scrimmage, they're losing big pieces there. Is Fletcher, what's his class?
I don't know. I saw that trying to
keep him.
I think he could go pro. I think. I'm not sure. They go.
Yeah. If you're any good, you'll get more at Miami than you will in the draft.
They have FAM at Central Michigan, and they do go to Notre Dame next year. That's why Marcus Freeman wouldn't pick against them because he didn't want it to be any bulletin board material, which was smart. They also go to Clemson. Then they have Boston College, Duke, Florida State, Pitt, Virginia Tech, at North Carolina, at Stanford, at Wake Forest. So typical Miami schedule with Notre Dame mixed in for next year. So we'll see.
That's not very tough at all. The ACC stinks. You got Notre Dame and FSU, and FSU's terrible.
Yeah.
That sounds like a one-game schedule. Did I miss something there? I mean, I don't want to overlook it, but if they're anywhere near what they are this year, that's cakewalk.
Indiana plays the Mean Green in North Texas, the Howard Bison, and the WKU Hilltoppers.
Yeah, I will say this. This year with the big boys. Let me tell you what Ohio State and Michigan do every year in those first three. They play somebody.
Yeah.
I'll give them credit. Almost every year they're playing somebody.
Yeah.
So you need to immediately fix that. That's unacceptable. Do it right now.
Yeah.
Find me a game in the first three, Indiana. You don't get to come out and play those three. It ain't 1974. We don't do it that way anymore.
Yeah.
Along with the NIL and the portal and your opportunities, we don't play those crap games 3 in a row to start the year. Who did that this year? No one. Did anyone do that?
They get Ohio State at home, does Indiana. They get USC at home. They go to Michigan, and they go to Washington.
As good as they were and as targeted as they were this year, it'll really be on their back next year.
Oh, yeah.
And as great a coach as he is, this is not going to be.
You want to prove something to me? Go win back-to-back, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Huh?
I wonder who the favorite is. You know who I'm tired of saying the favorite is, though? Ohio State. I'm tired of that.
You know what I like? Ohio State finally has a little bit of a schedule. Because remember, they had a cakewalk this year. They go to Texas. They go to Indiana. They go to Iowa. They've got Illinois at home. They've got Michigan at home. They've got Oregon in Ohio, and they go to USC. That's a schedule.
That's better.
That's a schedule.
That's better. And the Big Ten, by the way, here's what happens, because it's good for the goose, the SEC, it's good for the gander, the Big Ten. But as the SEC got better, we immediately proclaimed teams 4 through 9 better because teams 1 through 3 were winning it, and they were playing with them. So by that should mean that the Nebraskas and USCs and Iowas all get a little bit better, because that ceiling has been raised by not just now Ohio State and not just Ohio State and Michigan, but now Ohio State and unbelievably Indiana. So I'll just kind of go full circle. It's the biggest, most emphatic, most preposterous, out of nowhere, undeniably yet unbelievable, rags to riches story in my lifetime in sports. No one has ever. There have been teams that have come from nowhere who have been dormant for many years. Nobody has gone from having nothing of substance in their 100-year existence to not a fluke either. They didn't fluke their way. It was no some magic carpet ride.
I mean, again,
they just been steamrolling.
Bro, I can't get over the fact that you got to play 16 football games now to win a natty.
That's crazy.
Remember, you used to play 12.
And now, by the way, no one bats an eye because they're paying them millions of dollars.
Well, those 4 games are all extra hard games. They're not like cakewalks.
It probably is time to go, but then you kill. Maybe it's time that once you set the playoff field, there's some other college football that continues being played. Maybe. I mean, is it time to maybe make the regular season 10 games instead of 12 if you're going to be playing? And I wonder maybe when you get to a super conference, maybe you do play less and you put everyone in the playoff. You just seed it. You know, the top 24 maybe get a bye week or they play. I don't know. It's oh, man, so much has changed and so much still to change. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. That never changes right here on The Drill.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Live streaming from the XL Digital Studios. Brightened by Harbor Dental Care, Jacksonville's first choice for dental emergencies.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
When your home or business deserves more than ordinary glass, you trust the experts. Capital Glass and Shower Doors has been elevating spaces for over 40 years with precision, craftsmanship, and clean, modern design. From sleek frameless shower enclosures to elegant glass railings, wine cabinets, and any custom glass that makes a statement, Capital Glass delivers unmatched quality, service, and attention to detail. Your vision, their expertise. Capital Glass and Shower Doors at capcoglass.com.
It may be winter in Northeast Florida, but it's one of the most important times to protect your lawn. Prosser here for Julington Creek Pest Control. Their winterizer strengthens roots and improves cold tolerance. Pre-emergent treatments stop spring weeds before they ever start. What that means is you set the stage for a thicker, greener lawn when spring arrives. Call today to schedule your winter lawn treatment with Julington Creek Pest Control. Our family serving yours since 1984.
New year, new club. This is Joe C., and I'm proud to be a member of Southampton. And with the popularity of golf, getting a tee time is tough. But with membership comes member privileges. Enjoy clubhouse dining, expanded practice area, focusing on all parts of your game. And right now, you can join with an annual commitment and get a $1,000 discount, plus $500 of Pro Shop credit. All the details are online at golfsouthampton.com or call 287-PLAY and make a tee time today at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Hey, leave all the 2025 dirt and celebrate the new year with our friends from Zero Res. Carpets, tile, hardwood, LVP, area rugs, upholstery. Basically, every surface in your home can be Zero Resified. So it's time to call the cleaning pros at Zero Res. And by the way, gang, don't ever forget about those air ducts. Zero Res has a 4.9 rating on Google, more than 8,000 reviews. Bring in the new year with 20% off carpet and upholstery cleaning. Plus, take $100 off your air duct cleaning when you mention the 1010XL special. 287-5727, 287-5727, or book online at ZeroResJacksonville.com.
Hey gang, Prosser here. When it comes time to sell your home, don't worry about any, quote, problems you think might be related, because I've got the perfect team that will keep you right on track. In fact, they've got a guarantee that you can't beat. And that is Chad and Sandy, the agents I would call to sell my home. You see why? Your home sold guaranteed or they will buy it. Need to sell now? Chad and Sandy have instant offers. Fast, easy, and stress-free. But the promise is this. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Jacksonville homes are selling, but many take months and a low price to sell. Getting top price means aggressive marketing. Chad and Sandy Newman are the Jacksonville experts who have proven systems to drive demand to sell your home. Darcy in San Jose said, I felt too isolated in my retirement. I wanted to buy in a different area, better suited for me. I spoke to several agents who didn't seem to care. I needed to find someone I could rely on. In come Chad and Sandy, and in 3 days, the home was sold. ChadandSandy.com or 904-414-6200.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Indiana did not lose a fumble over its final 1,047 offensive plays in 15 games, only losing a fumble in the first quarter of its season opener. No other team since 2004 has gone more than 12 games in a season without losing a fumble. pretty amazing. I also noticed that Indiana, I think they played Old Dominion in the opener. The Old Dominion quarterback who was in the portal was pretty good. I think he went 80 on the first play of the season against Indiana. In other words, Indiana was down 7-0 to start the season. They never trailed again. They did, but obviously had a heck of a year. Terrific season, and congrats to them. So, anyway, it is what it is. What is this? Oh. And then we'll see what happens with Carson Beck now as he finishes his college career.
No 8th year?
Huh?
No 8th year?
7th.
This was his 6th, in fairness. I think Carson Beck he's a weird one. He's polarizing. I don't think anyone thinks he's what the Carson Beck detractors think the supporters, quote unquote, think. I mean, he looks like a 3rd, 4th round pick, a developmental pick. He'll have a chance in the NFL. He's got to get better. But that throw in the game last night, I mean, holy hockey sticks, I just don't know. That's what I want an answer. What is that throw?
And as long as we're in the 9 o'clock nasty, and this one's for you, my friend. ESPN, and it's a great way to wrap up the Tuesday edition of the drill.
Okay.
ESPN last night showcasing adult film star Abella Danger during the national championship game. Abella Danger got some great airtime.
She did.
Apparently, she is an adult film star?
That's what they say. I just found out this morning.
You did?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You didn't know?
No.
You didn't recognize her from your viewings?
Nah, I would have said if I did, but I didn't.
Okay.
I found out this morning when I got on my Google search. Like, who is this all over my social media? So I had to go find out.
Boys enjoyed that. So give this cameraman a raise.
Yeah, they said the producer, the cameraman did some work.
Get us out of here.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Good morning, Mike Dempsey.
Hello.
What is cooking today on a Tuesday?
Well,
as we no longer check the tape.
That's correct. We don't, but we still have questions that need answering.
Yes,
Jeff
we do.
Loggeman will be along.
Oh!
One of his final
sessions
with us here.
Okay.
And I will inwardly celebrate the Miami Hurricanes not winning the national championship.
I
outwardly did it.
And
Yeah.
I think it's healthy for any fan of FSU or Florida to not want Miami to win.
Yeah.
Of course, if Miami won, I would claim the national championship.
I fist
As a
bumped.
Florida State fan.
Claim
That's
away.
how it works. ACC. Right.
So Logs is coming. Lots of questions.
Well, yeah, he will be on with us, and we'll have lots of questions and hopefully some good
Interesting
answers.
offseason coming up.
No doubt. What do you think is the biggest issue they've got to face? We all kind of agreed more pass rush is needed.
I would concur with that.
I could say, lines of scrimmage.
I wonder.
I don't know if they are going to do anything on the offensive line.
They said
they're
were.
all under contract.
Yeah, they said they were.
Right?
Yeah.
You didn't ask me what they were going to do. You said, what was your biggest concern?
Oh.
Okay, that'd be far down the list for me.
Okay.
Devin Lloyd, what are you going to do if you don't sign him?
Yeah.
How do you replace his impact this year?
And most of us don't think he will be signed.
No. I don't rule it out 100% because
Yeah.
they're a little unpredictable. But, I mean, it's going to cost a lot of money, and there is ultimately a limit.
I'll say this, too, and you just said the word, unpredictable. I would bet the Jags do something that surprises everybody this offseason.
Probably so, other than the fact that we expect them to do something surprising. Therefore, it's not surprising, right? But
Gladstone's aggressive.
So surprising, it will still surprise
I'll
you.
tell you what I don't like is this idea. Oh, man, we got all these third rounders. We can package them up and get into the late first.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have those 4 picks over the second and third round than one guy to roll all my
at 27 or 20.
Right, at the late first. I don't know if you're getting bang for your buck there.
All right, well, have a great show.
Thank you.
Mike, Tony, Jeff Loggeman along for a Tuesday edition of Jaguars Today. Jeffrey, our work has been completed here on a Tuesday. Mission accomplished.
It's been a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yo.
You, me.
Uh-huh.
Noah Bella.
Oh, man.
Swerve.